solid what appears to be a pretty attacking defense. He spoke with the Athletics' John Machota about that his expectations were to be dominant. Remember, the blitz is going to be there all week long. Finally, the Rangers lost to the San Francisco Giants 5-1. That's 6 straight losses if you're keeping count. They're now 2.5 behind the Astros. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, this is the AJ and Rob Show with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It's the AJ and Rob Show on 94.1. I'm AJ. That's Rob. Good morning, Robert.
I'm proud to be here.
It's a party shirt.
It is.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
I've just hit another side of the closet that had been covered up.
Oh, yeah, that means you hadn't partied in a while.
No, I haven't partied. Yeah, I am wearing the party shirt. That's right. Yes. I didn't think about it in those terms.
Are you sure?
I was more grabbing a shirt I hadn't worn in a minute.
Are you sure you're not oxnarding by proxy?
Maybe I am.
Yeah.
I am. This shirt was like, I normally come out to play right about now every year. I normally am doing something on the coast on some fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
And it cold to me.
You are you're a wearer of long sleeves in summertime.
I think long sleeves in the summertime are more comfortable if the shirt breathes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
But I don't. I think you have to have some air. You'll notice I roll all
you
my
roll
sleeves up.
them.
But if it's a breathable material, it keeps the sun off your skin. I think sometimes it's more comfortable.
But you also wear you'll wear an undershirt,
Always.
and you don't get steamy in there.
No, I don't.
Okay.
But that's what I've always, since I've joined the military, since I got in the, I've always worn a T-shirt since then.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do it.
I don't know why. I feel like it's. I don't know.
I just feel like I'm wearing too much clothes.
I feel like I'm not wearing enough.
Really?
And I think the T-shirt is actually kind of cooling if it's cotton
Now,
or
do you
dry fit.
Do you ever strip down to where you're just wearing the T-shirt?
No, I'm not that guy. No.
You're always you've always got a collar. You're always.
Yeah, I don't wear T-shirts outside of the house. That's one of them. That was one of my dad's rules.
Was it really?
Seriously, yeah.
So like when you went to school, you always wore a button-up shirt?
I always had a collar, like
Really?
polo shirts. Yeah,
Really?
yeah. We didn't. I wasn't allowed to come. My father was an elected guy, so if we were out and about, we were always kind
He's
of
a made man.
I wasn't allowed out of the. It wasn't like I wasn't allowed. It just seems like that was the clothes I always had.
Okay.
Until I
then
could
as you
pick, and by
became
the
an
time
adult-
I was picking my own, that's what I wore too.
That was your vibe.
Yeah, but yeah.
That's an interesting. I mean, Edwin does the same. Edwin, I never see you in a T-shirt.
On the weekends.
That's it. Well, what? So that's.
I mean, weekends up here at work is what I'm saying. I wear T-shirts like around like all the time, just not at work.
Okay. Why on the weekends do you decide you can wear a T-shirt to work?
I dress casual, but during the week, more professional.
Okay. Now like we work at a radio station.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I also don't want to just.
You don't want to be a slob.
No.
He's also on the make.
Like what do
Women.
you mean?
He's looking to impress the ladies.
Oh.
You got to be. You got to look the part.
Oh.
Got to forget his age.
But I'm not
man.
wearing a suit and tie or something, you know.
Well,
Maybe you should.
I did my first day here. I did.
You learned real quick.
then
Don't
you
do
realize
that.
that was stupid.
Everybody thought you were a narc.
Yeah, you look like a cop, bro. Yeah, get out of here. You look like a federale.
23 Jump Street.
Yeah. No, that's I don't know. I want to be comfortable all the time, and I can't imagine.
It's not that I'm un.
I mean,
You know what I
no,
mean?
that's what I see. I just can't. The
I also get. I mean, it's probably not the wisest idea to wear a long sleeve shirt, but the honest.
well, you wore
truth
that
is,
one yesterday. You wore that poncho
again.
alongside.
I found another part of my closet of some clothes I had forgotten.
That's
about
the
for a minute.
wintertime part of your closet.
This isn't actually. No, these are very light. It's a
Let me
fishing
see
shirt.
what you're working.
See, it's.
What is very light?
And see, it's vented on the back like your fishing shirt. It's got so it's made for summer. It's just a long sleeve shirt.
Okay.
So it's not really a winter shirt. And around here it is. But
Yeah.
this was more about, honest to God, I had a bunch of stuff over one side of the closet, and I was finally hung it up after a month or so, and
It's like, oh, yeah.
Does it rotate through like as it gets
I try
washed,
to,
it moves
yeah,
right
man.
to left?
But, like anybody, you have your standards, the lead-off lineup.
Yeah.
When everything's out of the laundry,
Like
your go-to.
Your top dogs.
Yeah, so I have those. But, sometimes you get a little bored. You go down to the bench. You call up somebody from AAA just to see if they got game.
Yeah. Do you have like a favorite shirt that you wear on the weekends? Like, I can't wait till Saturday.
The irony of this is I don't wear T-shirts away from the house, but in my line of work, I have a million T-shirts.
Right.
So I get home and I have play clothes. So the moment I get home, before I do anything, especially in this heat, is I strip down, man. I'm in shorts and a T-shirt.
Okay. But you don't just wear the undershirt that you started the day in?
No.
Well, why is that crazy? Why did you say it like
that?
Because
I don't. I don't know why.
Okay.
I put on a T-shirt.
You want to create extra laundry for your wife?
I do my own.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For the most part, yeah.
Wow, look at you.
Well, that's something that was negotiated
advanced.
Very early on.
Very advanced household. You guys are,
No, that was impressed upon me very early on.
Really?
That's part of my share.
And when did you get married?
In 1992.
So you got married in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
And you did your own laundry then?
My mother I had to do my own laundry from way before that. So it was an easy transition. It was like in the bargain we made, like I had to do my own laundry. I was like, done. I can do that.
I wish I would have gotten married in like the 1950s. So it would be like all my laundry would be done.
Those are the good old days. The Mad Men 50s and 60s.
Yeah, those were the good old days.
Well, we can only dream of such things.
One day we'll go back to those times.
Well, I think, as they say, the toothpaste's out of the tube.
Edwin, who does your laundry?
I do my own laundry.
You do your own laundry?
Yeah.
Huh? Look at you guys.
He's a fully advanced.
Since college, I've done my own laundry.
Man, I know how to work the laundry machine. I know, I'm aware.
Yeah, I know you. You do laundry.
I do. Mostly what I'm responsible for is my gym clothes.
Yeah.
That's
kind of how it began with me when I was a kid. My mother refused to touch that stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Like I'll come home and it is vile.
Oh yeah.
And it's like she's like,
and it needs to be done promptly.
Yes.
It's not something you can let wait.
Yeah. So she's like, I'm not doing that. You do that. Okay, I can deal with that.
So I don't claim a lot of skills. That's one of them.
You do your laundry start to finish, like you do the folding and the hanging and all that.
Yeah. Oh, I ask my wife to fold sometimes because I'm not very good at that. Never have been. But yeah, and I also do all of the ironing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't iron anything unless I'm going to court or something.
It's part of the way I grew up.
Man,
I don't leave the house wrinkled.
You're a
look. You'll notice you can even see the crease.
You got a crease? You use starch?
This one was actually dry cleaned, but I do request a little bit of starch. Yeah, you can still see it.
Look at you.
Yeah. But if there's ironing to be done, yeah.
You're always looking your best, Rob.
That's
what I love about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love about you.
I have so little.
Well, I mean, you've got all you've got is your good looks and your
that's all I got.
Your fine attire.
Mm-hmm.
And you've got a fun show planned today.
It should be. It should be a fun show on a Tuesday morning.
Yes, we've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about, despite the fact that there's not really sports happening in the world.
No, they're trying.
Lady basketball is
they're
happening.
Trying, and it's funny watching the end of the Major League Baseball trades, and this is from an existential kind of outside the pocket view. It's funny to watch kind of the excitement. If you're a baseball player, yesterday was kind of cool. Over the last several days, I mean, you've seen some movement. There's some teams that are legitimately trying to get better, and the percentage of teams that are doing that are probably a little bit higher than average. So I enjoy that kind of stuff, and I'm trying to tie that into my leagues, NFL and NBA. And trade deadline day is normally, So while everybody's mad at the salary cap and all that, you wouldn't get the movement you had yesterday if there wasn't a cap. If you know what I mean, if there was a cap, it just wouldn't happen.
If you didn't have the Dodgers, there'd be less reason to chase and less
all of that. Absolutely.
And you probably, because of the Dodgers, you probably created a few more teams that are ready to hang it up at this point of the season.
Well, there's wheat and chaff, yeah. But yesterday was an interesting day in sports if you are a fan of that league. And you NBA is getting better about trade deadline stuff. There's normally something happening. Now the NFL, it's just there's nothing. It is what it is for this season. There's not going to be any change. There's not going to be any hope coming around the bend. They're not going to bring in a new quarterback midway through to carry you through the playoffs. That's just not part of it. And obviously there's other constraints, but the idea that baseball can spend what it wants, and if you feel like you got a shot, damn it, go do it. Tampa spending money, going and doing stuff. So that's one of those things where you go, well, at least that part of the game is pretty cool. At least fans get something to kind of pull them through 6 months of fly balls in the outfield.
Yeah, it was a little bit interesting, and again, some teams fighting to stay relevant, some teams giving up early. The Rangers did not trade anything away.
Well, rat's jumping ship right about now.
Yeah, they may want to. Who was our double dong guy yesterday? Edwin, do you remember what player they picked?
I have to look.
Well, it was 5-1.
But they did have a home run.
Yeah, they had one.
Their one run came from Ezekiel Duran hit a home run.
Honestly, I didn't.
It wasn't him.
It wasn't
nobody
him.
Nobody picked Zeke.
No.
Well, maybe we should start there. They've lost 6 straight.
Yeah. Well, the Stros lost last night too, so the AL West remains the same, but
2.5.
Brandon Nimmo was the guess.
Okay. Well, Brandon Nimmo, I believe, had a big fat 0 for 4. Yep, Brandon Nimmo. So, which appears to be most of the Rangers last night. 0 for 4 is a very popular line.
And as far as talent for talent, you want to talk about movement, the Jays and the Stros. Arrighetti going for outfielder.
Arrighetti, hey, what
both
are
those
you
guys
doing?
can play. Outfielder's a baller too, so that was talent for talent.
Well, what are the Stros doing trading away pitching? You think they got extra
they're
pitching going?
comfortable,
What
man.
are you doing?
That Framber, baby. That's all we need.
No, they don't have Framber. He's gone too.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not even gone. He's not even there.
They don't have anything. It's a very odd choice.
But that was kind of a high-end move for.
It was a surprising move for sure. So it's plenty of movement in baseball, but I mean, what do we do? We can't even talk about that. So we're gonna
That's
have
why I
fun
brought it up
instead.
now.
Yeah, that's enough. It's
It
enough.
was more about the idea the league can make stuff happen because there are no constraints, and be careful what you look for, baseball, because once you cap it, you don't get this kind of movement.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably true, but I mean, I think that's probably the least of their concerns.
Oh no, it's more about how fat is my wallet.
Exactly.
At the end of the day.
All right. Plenty to get into today. We've got fun. We've got frivolity. We've got some more Hollywood news. Oh, there's Jelly Roll news. I'm going to get to you a little bit later on in the show. Everybody loves to hear about Jelly, our boy Jelly.
The Muppet.
Yeah, Rob's booked a comical guest for tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a young comedian from San Antonio. His name's Alvin Perry. You might have seen him floating around your socials.
Yeah,
he's a funny dude. He's going to be in studio tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're going to have some fun there tomorrow. So a good week set up for us here on the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
Be a part of the show. 210-656-3776. This is the AJ and Rob Show. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, still have this closure. 35 southbound Church Parkway to west and 1518 closed with road work. Traffic is diverted onto the frontage road. It's a 25-minute delay. The backup starts at FM 1103. Did pick up the road work 35 northbound 410 to Thousand Oaks and northbound 35 1604 to Evans. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this early morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line at 210-785-2601. Otherwise, all our major freeway systems right now looking good, rolling at posted speeds. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits two, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the Morning Huddle and cash in with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
Missions fans, celebrate Tuesdays for the Cultura at Wolf Stadium with AARP $2 Tuesdays. Presented by San Antonio Sports Star. $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more every Tuesday home game. Get your tickets at samissions.com.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. At some point, body pain may creep in and become your reality that day. But Aleve is here to keep you moving. One pill gives you up to 12 hours of body pain relief. So don't let pain hold you back. Try Aleve today. Use as directed.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Uncover the root of your problems and improve the quality of your life. I'm Dr. Torres from the Institute for Functional Health. For more than a decade, we have helped people restore energy, vitality, libido, and drive. Most patients come to us because they feel unheard or stuck. Schedule your discovery day. We'll talk about your history, run advanced testing, and build a personalized plan that fits your life. We have helped thousands of people just like you. Call 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. 210-468-1891.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. You play for the win, not just on game day, every day. Channel that drive into your money. Robinhood puts you in control, all on one platform. You expect more from yourself. Expect more from your money. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Again, that's Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move.
I remember brushing my hair and looking down and thinking, oh my gosh, do I have any hair left?
I used to look at women with thick, beautiful hair and think, why doesn't my hair look like that?
My thinning hair is making me feel so old.
If you want thick, healthy, gorgeous hair, then you need Hair Volume from New Nordic. With clinically proven ingredients like apple extract, biotin, and millet, Hair Volume nourishes your hair follicles to promote thicker, healthier-looking hair. Say goodbye to shedding, thin, and dull hair, and hello to thick, healthy hair with Hair Volume.
Since taking Hair Volume, the shedding has all but stopped.
Now, instead of being jealous of other women's hair, I have friends who are jealous of mine.
My hairdresser couldn't believe the difference in my hair. Now she's using Hair Volume too.
Available as a tablet or delicious gummy, Hair Volume is available online at Amazon and NewNordicUSA.com, or find Hair Volume in the hair care aisle at your local CVS.
AJ Hoffman, Rob Thompson, The AJ and Rob Show.
You know, what's like one thing we're kind of lucky with here is there's not a lot of natural disasters that come upon us.
No, we have to just deal with heat and mosquitoes.
Yeah,
and screwworms.
It was kind of the same thing in Vegas. Like
chupacabras.
But my homeowner's insurance in Vegas was super low because
you're right.
There's no hurricanes. There's no, like, especially compared to Houston, where a hurricane hits every few years, you know.
There's some people thought they were in some flood-proof land that they've found differently over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But for the most part, no, this is a good place to live. Tornadoes don't get this far south. And
I hate tornadoes. That's like a scary proposition, which is part of why I hate Oklahoma, why I think it's the worst place to live in all of the 50.
It's a good place to be from.
Yeah, because I mean, as long as you're out of tornado range. What is scarier to you, though, a tornado or an earthquake?
Earthquake, because I've never been in one, scares the crap out of me. The very idea of the ground beneath me moving is something so
moving,
absolutely waving,
like
all
rippling.
that stuff.
Yeah.
That, there are very few things that I have come to rely on. One of them is the ground beneath me staying firm. That's one of those things I wake up in the morning feeling like that's one thing I can check off the list I don't have to worry about. So that's what scares me more than anything else.
A new study suggests that the risk of the big one,
like the big earthquake that causes California to crack off?
Yes, in California, the risk could be greater than previously believed, raising concerns about the potential for widespread damage across Southern California. Scientists have warned of the threat posed by the San Andreas Fault for a while. A simulation developed in 2008 modeled a magnitude 7.8 rupture along the fault, producing nearly 2 minutes of shaking. 2 minutes of basically 8 earthquake.
Well, everything's falls to the ground. Nothing survives that.
The simulation projects hundreds of deaths and billions of dollars in damage if this earthquake were to occur.
Not hundreds, thousands.
Well, again, they're trying to be on the safe side of things.
2 minute 8 in Southern California.
Yes. We know what the shaking will be, and that's what the models are showing if we run these. It's the same type of what we call a transform fault. It began west of Caracas and then ruptured toward Caracas, therefore helping focus energy in heavily populated areas. We think that'll happen as well here.
Did you ever study those tectonic plates?
Yeah.
Did you ever do all that crap?
Yeah. And it's terrifying stuff. Like
it makes sense, man.
Now I've never seen a tectonic plate, but I believe in them, much like dinosaurs.
All you got to do is see the globe.
Yeah, I believe in those plates. It's and this is the crazy. I mean, obviously earthquakes are unpredictable, much like tornadoes, which makes them far more terrifying.
A tornado is unpredictable, but we can predict with a rather fair amount of accuracy when one's near.
Yeah, okay.
And the ingredients.
Today's a bad day. We might get some ugly
weather. But an earthquake, man, bam, something happens 5,000 miles away, and the ripple effect is a collapsed city.
Yeah.
So, no, that's what that terrifies me, because it could literally be any moment.
Like with hurricanes, you get the warning, and then people ignore them, I mean, typically, and then they either die or they don't.
Or they
things get washed away.
If you're in South Florida, you look forward to them. You have a party.
Yeah, they clean out the streets.
It gives you a chance to go buy the kegs.
But earthquakes, it says, the terrifying thought of this is it's still incredibly unpredictable. It could be tomorrow. It could be 100 years from now. It could be a minute from now.
Yeah, that's the terrifying part of this.
But it says the stress levels along the fault system may be higher than previously understood. It said what we found now is that stresses are naturally high, and they actually in some places are the highest we've seen in the 1,000 years we've been studying this. What?
Oh, that's 1,000 years, you say?
1,000 years.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know they were studying things for that long either. But
would it keep you from moving there?
Yes. Yeah. I don't want an earthquake to hit me.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't want to live in L.A. anyway. And
I wouldn't move to L.A. But I mean, if you knew, could be a minute, could be a year, could be 1,000, and you had an opportunity to go to your idea of nirvana, wherever that might be,
San Diego or something. Yeah.
Would you?
I don't know.
I'd probably just go ahead and go. I mean, and
if you die, you die.
It happens. I mean, I got enough to worry about.
Yeah. And obviously it says California spent decades preparing for major earthquakes through mandatory building retrofits and updates to building codes. However, the consequence of a major quake could extend beyond physical damage. We understand the social disruption and the economic disruption. We are so focused on our fear of dying that we forget to be afraid of being bankrupted.
All right. Now talking about a person with a negative outlook.
You know, like,
you don't even want to live after this. You'll be poor.
Oh, who cares about dying? You could be poor. That would be terrible. The experts continue to encourage residents to prepare for future earthquakes by retrofitting their homes, maintaining emergency supplies, and establishing communication plans.
I don't care how well
That's
you
what I'm
build
saying.
it. 2 minutes of shaking at an 8, that kind of ripple. We're asking too much of engineering. You know, for most of modern times, we believed, well, hell, we'll just engineer our way out of it. You know, whatever the problem that's coming, we're smart enough to fix whatever's coming. So whatever it might be, well, if the shores start raising, cities are sinking, we'll build a bunch of dams. It'll be all right. But inevitably, we cannot engineer our way out of everything. In a 2-minute 8. Then we can't. Nobody survives that, or no building survives it.
It also says here, if you use those few seconds to get under a strong table, you now can at least get dug back out. So we say drop, cover, hold on. It really is the safest thing to do. All right. So the idea of getting under a table and knowing you're about to be buried under rubble.
Given the alternative.
I know, but what if they don't find you?
Well,
that's the thing about a tornado. That's why I don't know what I'd rather be stuck in, because a tornado, if it just snatches you up and throws you 3 miles, you're dead. And
unless you're land in Oz.
Well, that's true. That's a possibility. But that happens to a very few people, very select few.
One that I know of, but it has happened.
Namely, usually dwarves also. But
I normally wear red shoes.
But it's the idea of being stuck under a pile of rubble and hoping that someone comes along and finds you.
I'm just trying to take another breath, brother.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Things start shaking. I'll get under a table. I'm just on 1 more minute. That's all I'm trying to stay here.
I think that's why I think if an earthquake or a tornado comes, it's just, you got me.
Well, no, I'm here for 1 more. Just give me 1 more minute.
Okay.
One more. All right. And I'll keep asking.
Yeah, I don't want to live under the rubble. No thanks.
I'll dig my way out.
No thanks.
I'll chew my way out like a rat. Just gnaw my way through.
Oh, speaking of, I made friends last night with a possum. I found a possum in my yard.
I hope that he goes and tells all of his friends he's found a refuge. I found one who likes us.
Yeah,
Let's go eat all of his mosquitoes.
I gave him a strawberry.
Dude, you're getting close to one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not scared, Rob.
I know.
1 more breath.
Now the wives' tale again. The wives' tale is they can't get rabies. I don't know if that's true or not.
They can't. Their body temperature's too low. So, but it's funny. I was trying to give him that berry, and it looked like he was opening his mouth to eat it, but he was really growling at me.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's nasty. Man.
He's tiny, so he's not scary at all. And he goes. Arr, arr.
So where do you think he lives? In your attic?
No, he was in the. He was walking along the back fence.
Where do you think he was going? To your attic?
I think he was probably going to wherever he lives.
Do you think he'll come back?
No.
To your attic? No, you don't think so?
No.
You fed him a strawberry? You don't think it has the wherewithal to think, you know what, I got a sucker here?
No. Squirrels are much more likely to get in your attic than possums.
I've had possums.
Well, you better patch up a hole or something for a possum to get in your house.
Actually, a possum in the attic was down off Broadway.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better. There's not a hole in my house that possum could fit into.
If they can get their nose through it.
I don't think.
That's what I've been told. Oh, wait, that's mice.
I think that's mice, yeah. And I think squirrels are kind of similar.
Can you imagine going up in your attic and seeing those pink eyes? Oh, God.
Well, this one had black eyes. He was very friendly.
And very pink and oily.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah. He's my new friend, Rob. I don't know why you're besmirching him.
Toward scarred, battered, greasy animals.
Do. All right. Halfway through our first hour, it is the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
The AJ and Rob Show. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, still have this closure. 35 southbound Schertz Parkway to FM 1518, closed with road work. Traffic being diverted onto the frontage road. It's a 25-minute delay. The backup starts at FM 1103. Did pick up the road work 35 northbound 410 to Thousand Oaks and northbound 35 1604 to Evans. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this early morning, give us a call on the traffic tip line at 210-785-2601. Otherwise, all our major freeway systems right now looking good, rolling at posted speeds. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
You know your age, your weight, your income, maybe even the mileage on your car, but what's your testosterone level, and is that level normal for your age? If you don't know the answer, Synergenics Testosterone Weight Loss can help, and they'll do it for free. Go take a free testosterone test and find out if Synergenics can help invigorate your life like it has for thousands of other men in San Antonio. Visit SynergenicsHealth.com and book your free T-test today. SynergenicsHealth.com.
Nobody builds a business without hearing a few reasons it won't work. Too risky, too crowded, too ambitious. But the people who move things forward usually hear those words first. Because growing a business takes more than optimism. It takes nerve, and eventually, a partner built for what's next. That's Next Rodeo. Big thinking, proven creative. For businesses still moving forward. Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want. Meet us at thenextrodeo.com.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
You know, life is too short to drive the same car every day. A Pascucci Prestige membership gives you access to an incredible collection of exotic and luxury vehicles whenever you want to change things up. Learn more at PascucciPrestige.com.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com.
Sleep Number's new collections are designed to adapt to the changing nature of your life and your sleep needs. Whether it's the personalized comfort of the new Comfort Mode mattress, the targeted pressure relief of the Comfort Next mattress, or the Climate Collection that actively cools or warms to help you fall asleep and stay asleep.
And now, get early access to our biggest sale of the year. Save 25% on the new Comfort Next Luxe for a limited time. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, day 2 from Cowboys training camp, Cowboys in pads.
We expect to talk with defensive tackle Kenny Clark after practice on Tuesday.
We'll see what he thinks about that defensive performance so far.
We'll also talk some Cowboys with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk.
The Blitz, live from Cowboys training camp, starts at 2.
Good morning, everybody. AJ and Rob Show 94.1. You can 210-656-3776 if you want to be a part of the show. We're also on the YouTubes. And Charles says, "You really not going to talk sports anymore?" I mean,
didn't we just talk a little bit about baseball?
We'll talk sports occasionally. What are we going to talk about right now?
I'm really curious about the third string left tackle for the Dallas Cowboys. I want to make sure if he makes the team, he'll be able to get off work.
Yeah, I mean
that kind of stuff matters on day 3 of camp. And I say that with no jealousy.
Well, I also love everybody like the Cowboys defense dominates. I mean, well, they put on pads for the first time. Wow, a lot of optimism.
Well,
You're grabbing for optimism.
I'm kind of with him.
You're grabbing for optimism.
Did you see how well Caleb looked when he was running around? Did you see him?
Yeah, looked awesome.
Those shoes were tied.
Yeah,
he was running fast. Did you see how limber he was?
Didn't fall down, not even once.
He really attacked.
Yeah, he's got it all figured out. That means the Cowboys defense is going to be elite. I think that's what it boils down to.
I believe in love at first sight. I think that's all I needed. Let's call it. We'll see you in September.
I can't wait.
Y'all pack it up, go on home.
Can't wait to see your slow melt. Yeah, they just suck. Eventually, that's where we'll get.
The problem is it's so silly. I just soon let's get to it. But
that's the wait.
Have 3 weeks of practice and let's get to it.
B. Hannon says, Rob, is that a biker gang shirt? Is there a crest on the back of it? There actually is. Yeah, he's got a patch.
I do. I'm a 1%er.
Yeah, and then also says, have you ever been in an avalanche? No,
I've watched them.
That also sounds like a really miserable thing. Like being buried in rubble is obviously, that sounds awful. Wow. Being buried under
San Antonio lost one of our favorites over the weekend in an avalanche, and I think the 10th tallest mountain in the world. Mm-hmm. She was on an expedition and died in an avalanche.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That sucks. I wouldn't have done that.
I want to make sure I give her name because she does have a bit of history. She was on San Antonio Sports Foundation's board of directors. She's climbing big old tall mountains.
That's what you get.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Can we talk about how awful the Bills will be this season? No, not yet.
Wow. Somebody's choosing violence already.
Chris says after one padded practice, C.J. Stroud hasn't turned the ball over either.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know. I don't either. And then 210 says, I agree. Talk sports. How about UTSA or UIW football programs?
Oh, my God.
No, I would rather die in a fire.
Although UTSA looks like this is going to be a good team this year. Picked but at least first by a couple of ballots, at lowest third in the conference behind Tulane and Navy. Quarterback coming back that actually could play on Sundays. So they're going to be a good year.
I've been hanging out with this last weekend. I was hanging out with at least verbal commit, the UTSA future quarterback.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a place to be as a quarterback, and this is one of them. I mean, you've got a very friendly offense. You got an offensive coordinator that's going to let you sling it if you can throw it.
Yeah.
So I can see why.
And then KC says, this is one question I am curious about. What's the deal with the mayor and the stadium?
Let's get into this for a second. Now, I've heard a lot of people complain. And I want you to think about this. Now, what she's saying is she wants the city to vote for it, which is silly. I want to know her end game because the city has voted for this. It was on the city's ballot. It just happened to also be on the county. And she's parsing this as this was a county vote. Well, yes, it was, but we're part of that county.
Yeah.
Now, that was a totality vote. Now, what she knows and what people need to understand was it was the folks in the north and northwest side of Bexar County that really pushed this thing through. When you look at the actual precincts that voted in the city, this was a much tighter race. This was not a sweep. Now, and keep in mind, there were two propositions. There was Proposition A, that was a vote for all that was, making sure the frost is taken care of, upgrading doing all the fancy stuff for the rodeo, and that carried by, I think it had 55% of the vote.
Okay.
And that one was not in dispute. That was a county vote basically anyway, because that's county property.
Right.
And then there was Prop B, which was focusing on Project Marvel. Now, the Prop B carried at 52%. Not quite as much, but it did carry. And in politics in this day and age, 52% is a pretty good majority.
Yeah.
I mean, you're carrying pretty well. But a lot of that vote was from the county. And the mayor knows that it was a fairly close vote. inside the city limits. I don't think in her wildest aspirations she wants to kill Project Marvel. But I don't know what her end game is.
What is she doing then?
Well, so that's just it. I don't know what her end game is. But here's what I do know. I've been around this city I've lived in this city a long time. And what she fails to realize is if she gets behind this, it will be a referendum on her. Not anything she's for or against. This will be because there's not a recall election. And there's this sentiment out there, on both sides of the fence, whether you're a donkey or an elephant, that this chick is just over, and I say chick pejoratively because that's what a lot of people are saying. That this woman has overstepped her bounds, right or wrong. It will become a referendum on her. And she has managed to anger everybody. There's nobody happy with her. And normally if you make one half mad, the other side's happy. There's nobody happy with the mayor right now.
No.
So what she needs to understand is we don't know this is close. And I'm telling you, folks, if it goes to a vote, it might be kind of tight because it kind of was. Now, I do think getting and doing what the Spurs did and that fond memory we have of the finals and the party that it was is going to bring more people to the poll that probably didn't vote and certainly will sway the votes of those parts of town that kind of voted against it. But had seen what the economic development can be with the celebrations that were primarily West Side, Military Drive, and the Near East Side that knows that if we were doing the finals again, all that stuff will be for us too.
Yeah.
So I do think there's more votes to be had. But this is I think we need to get to the end game. And one last thing I'm going to bring up. She mentioned last night, I saw her on Channel 4. She was she does a weekly thing with the governor and with the mayor. And hats off to her. She didn't have to do that, but she does on a regular. She brought up the Spurs situation. Now, for those that are unaware, the Spurs are kind of on the hook for about $2.5 million that they made in a promise to the city back when they were trying to lure an MLS team. They told the city and the county, look, if you'll kick in some money to help us for us to buy the Toyota area for $21 million from Gordon Hartman, we promise. At this time, the Spurs had been led to believe by the MLS if the Spurs step in, dude, you guys get a franchise. We need your weight and power as a franchise that owns an NBA franchise as a company now to back an MLS team. Well, the MLS backdoored us. They said, well, they gave a franchise to Austin. They didn't give a new one. They moved the Columbus one, and that was their end round on us. They screwed us. San Antonio was leverage. Austin got the franchise, and everybody involved in San Antonio got screwed. The county did, the city did, the Spurs did, everybody did. So the city commissioners went, hey, this was nasty. We all got screwed. We're going to wash our hands of this. Spurs, you don't owe us anything. This was a mess. This wasn't your fault. We got hoodwinked by people, by the mafia. We didn't see this coming. The city said, we're not out, but we're going to put this in a drawer. We're just going to put this $2.5 million that you promised us if we don't get the franchise. We're going to put it in a drawer. We're going to pin it. Well, the city comes up short this year. They got a budget shortfall. The mayor opens her drawer and sees, hey, the Spurs owe us $2.5 million. Let's go get this. Well, that's what happens when you're not part of the whole plan. You weren't here when this thing fell short, and everybody got burned. Everybody. The MLS screwed us. And everybody else involved, the county said, yeah, you're not going to pay us back. This isn't. And the city finally she brought that up, and it felt like, I'm going to get you guys. She brought it up like there was a vendetta against the Spurs because she brought that specific thing up as a reason to bring this election up. So I want to know what her end game is because I do think she doesn't want it dead, but she wants something, and she's going to have to tell us what it is.
So what's happening here, at least what I was reading, is that she's panicking because she's facing a shortfall right now.
The city has run into a budget crisis, yes.
And the thought of putting money into what they're let's just face it, they're considering a dalliance, like a luxury is what they're looking at it as, having a new building and doing all, but I think it's more of a priority than they think because and if you're looking at it in the short term, yeah, it makes sense to say no to that. But if you're looking at the bigger picture for the city beyond a year or two from now, this is obviously the right thing to do.
And again, she knows that too. She's not stupid.
But she'll be gone by then.
Well, what I'm saying
she's
is
not going to be here for more
she's
than
going to
one
have
term.
to be very careful because if I'm on the other side of this and I have to put together another campaign, if I'm the Spurs and I'm the ones that, okay, if this is going to go to ballot, we're going to have to form the political action committees. We're going to have to put together the reason why to vote against this or for this, depending on how this proposition is worded. So my first thought is, as a political advisor, is don't run against this thing. Put a big old poster of Wemby. That's all you're going to need to do.
Yeah.
And then run specifically against her and everything about her. And it will demolish her. She's putting herself out in a situation where I don't need to run on the merits. The merits are obvious. Yes. And I'm going to make her run against Wemby and run against Steph Castle.
Yeah.
That's what she's going to run against, not the taxes and not the construction and all the other negative stuff. I'm running against the party. And so that all I got to do is get 50.1% to the poll, and I think I can do that with Spurs jerseys. I do. I think after what we saw and what we know to be the beautiful future that's coming, we ain't going to screw this up. So you're going to end up losing reputation and become this lame duck, semi-mayor, but with very little power if you extend too much.
Yeah.
And I think she's going to draw back. But to do that, tell us what exactly you're chasing. What are you trying to leverage here?
The San Antonio relationship with the Spurs is so odd to me because I can feel, especially in season, you feel the energy and you feel like the love of this, like from the people. But the city itself, like the
this
political
is a first.
Grouping of the city seems to be like,
this is a first.
Not interested in doing the things that are going to keep that going.
It's never been this. We've never had. I don't believe I've ever felt headwinds in the city council office. Now, we've seen headwinds when they were unable to build that stadium back in '99, and when the county and Nelson Wolff had to step in and save us by saying, we'll build it at the Frost Center, when the city couldn't do it. We've seen what hesitation brings. And for all those, again, I don't want to remind you, but for those of us of an age, we damn near lost the Spurs. We damn near lost them. I mean, we were a hair away from losing the Spurs because we couldn't build a stadium, and Tim Duncan didn't know where he was going to play and got on a plane or tried to get on a plane to Orlando, but the legend lives about no wives and no go. So we almost lost him. And I don't think anybody's going to go back to there. So it's a problem of placement when she arrived a little bit too late. And I think she's asking for things that she doesn't really want to know the answer to.
Well, I mean, again, if you're the lady, you talk about like your long-term legacy. If you're the mayor when something disastrous happens with the Spurs, and I got news, man. This is going to sound really harsh, but if San Antonio ever were to lose the Spurs, I don't know that I could picture them getting a pro sports franchise in this town again. Like if you can't support that, especially with the way it's rolling right now, if you were to lose a product like that while it's at its peak, you may never see one again. And I'll tell you,
you'll see it. You'll see it in Austin.
Yeah,
you'll be giving it all up to North.
Well, this exact thing happened in Oakland.
And they went across the bay.
At their peak, the Golden State Warriors, they said, all right, get us a new building. And Oakland said, nuh-uh, we're not paying for that.
Same thing
said,
for the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders.
Build us now.
And the A's. And do you think of a city that lost 3 franchises in a 5-6 year span is ever going to be looked at as like a viable place for a franchise again?
I can tell you over the many years, especially over the last 10, I've been in rooms with those that make decisions and talk about stuff like that have meaningful input. The worst nightmare is to become Oakland. Because we have very much this sense of Oakland to San Francisco, the tech shiny city across the bay, Austin, the shiny city just up from 35. We're the working class dudes that just show up for work and pay the day-to-day and buy the jerseys but can't afford tickets to the game. And the fear is that San Antonio becomes Oakland, just this bedroom to the shiny city where we can commute up. Yeah, it's good for you to come, and we want you to buy all the crap, but we know you can't afford it. So we're gonna station up there. That is in San Antonio's deepest, darkest thoughts. We never want to become Oakland, and we've done as much as we could to keep that from happening. But in the back of our minds, it's still possible.
210 says, I disagree with your assessment. Long term, it's going to hurt the city if it's not aligned correctly. This is coming from a person who has a finance analytical background. From everything I read, it's probably a better deal for the Spurs than it is for the city. But it appears to be a fair deal for the city, too. Like, it's not like they're getting bent over on this thing. They're just wanting more now that they realize there's more to be got.
I will defend a little bit of what she's saying because there is there have been a few changes, and like that land bridge isn't going to be part of it, and the hotel part. I do want some answers. I do think that we deserve to stay vigilant with this money. I'm not just saying give them the blank check and let's go to work. And I agree that there should be some questions, and I think we can get that answered in an appropriate way without pulling another referendum and actually stubbing our toe and actually not passing the funding.
Yeah,
I don't think that. With every new downtown development, from the days of Hemisphere, from the days of 66 and 67, people said the same thing that I'm hearing from those now. And it's a net negative. The tax money will never be recouped. It'll never grow the way we want. It'll never feed the business the way we want. But we've always found ways to make it work in other ways. And we've continued to progress and we've continued to build. We heard the same thing when we do the convention center. If we do all that, they're still not coming. Well, guess what? They are coming. If we build a dome, it'll never work. We're 30 years into this thing. We're 30 years into it, and it has paid itself over and over and over. But the same things were said for that, too. Yes, on paper, negatively, you can find plenty of reasons not to do a lot of things. But what happens when you start doing is you start finding ways to profit out of them. You have to. You have to squeeze out of the sponge. And 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time, if we want to go further, the tax benefits, the financial benefits outweigh the negatives, maybe only by $1, but it always has that one. So there's plenty of good arguments not to, but I think that we've found in the past, in future, that it always pays for itself and works out okay.
Savior says, so will ticket prices be affordable for the working class? The answer to that's probably no. But also the working class, quite frankly, in every city in the country, if you want to go to sporting events now, it's not really for the working class anymore.
No, but they can provide some meaningful access. And while you might not be able to pay for a ticket, I can tell you that those that do pay for the tickets build the basketball courts around the city, that build the boys' clubs and build the things and do the stuff that no other company is going to do. You might not get all the money back, but you can get a fair amount back into the city. And maybe it's once every 5 years you can go, hey, we're all in that boat. There's only so many seats in the building. And there's a lot of poor people out there that have more money than me. And they get to go and do stuff, and we don't. But we get the other benefits out of it.
Ayatollah says, don't fear Austin. They won't pay for any of this stuff either. They have their own budget stuff now. Well, Austin right now, literally this week, is fighting to get an NHL franchise into town.
And it's not just Austin. Georgetown's the hottest city in the country as far as money and movement. So it's not just Austin. It's this 35 corridor, and we're at the basement. It's moving north, and that's where when we do get an NFL team, and it will happen eventually, the population will be such they can't keep it away. It's not going to be in San Antonio. It's just not going to be. We have to accept the fact that it's going to be somewhere between here and Austin, and we're going to share it. Now, it might be 15 years from now, but there'll be one coming. They can't ignore the megalopolis that this corridor is becoming.
Yeah.
Nobody will be able to ignore it. Best thing we can do is make sure we have a stake in that when it all comes.
KC says Austin will spin regardless of any shortfalls. That's the difference between Austin and San Antonio. San Antonio still thinks it's 1970.
There's a mentality there, but you know what?
Dude,
in Gina's defense, in the mayor's defense, there are some things that need to be done. There are some things that have been left behind for many, many years, but you don't get them done by drying up the faucet. You don't get them done by drying the well. You keep the prime pumped well. You keep the water flowing, and eventually you'll get a drink. You will. I know it sounds trickle down, but if you turn off the well, everything dries up.
Well,
She's right. There's things that got to be done. And I think you need to hold the Spurs and others accountable, but that doesn't mean you kill it.
Well, and also the whatever pro sports, whatever you think of what a pro sports franchise is, what it really is it's the sign in front of your city. It's the statue out front.
It's the front porch.
Yeah, it's like this is what people think of when they think of your city. And no one, not that people aren't thinking of things like the Alamo and things like that, but that's only going to get you so far. People, once somebody sees the Alamo, they've seen the Alamo, all right? Wow. You want to see people who are showing up to go, especially right now, you've got what might be the biggest star in the NBA playing here in San Antonio. Yeah.
We got a taste of what it's like to be on the top of the fold of the newspaper. We got a taste of being first on SportsCenter. We got a taste of that, and we know how good it is, and we know what it means financially. We've done it enough. It paid. The Frost Center, same thing were happening, and it was built in the worst possible circumstances, in the worst possible place, and guess what? It worked out okay. Now, a lot of stuff that were promised didn't happen, and I get it, but a lot of stuff that was promised did. So, and nothing's going to be perfect. An enemy of great is always good. So, I just say I don't want to end this, but I want her to come out and say, what's my end game? What exactly do I want? Is it just the funding for those projects? If that's it, okay, now we can start to work. Let's not throw anything into this machine that needs to start clicking right now. I mean, the clock is ticking. We've got to be in a new gym, a new one, in 4 years.
Yeah.
We have to. There's no not waiting. We have to be there to be what we think we can be with this team, with this franchise, with this city. There's no waiting. Let's not slow this progress. We can alter as we go, but we got to go.
Yeah. All right. We combined the breaks. I ran over a little bit there, but 210-656-3776 if you want to share your thoughts. Want to be a part of the show, we'd love to have you on. 210-656-3776. It's the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
Talk to the boys. 210-656-3776. This is the AJ and Rob Show. San Antonio Sports Star is sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys Training Camp in Oxnard, California continues all this week. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. They say 40 is the new 20 because guys in their 40s, 50s, and 60s have the testosterone levels of their 20s. If you want the energy, drive, and libido of your younger self, go to Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Book your free T-test at synergenicshealth.com.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Your commute starting to fill in. 35 northbound San Marcos Powell Street downtown. That's a stall. Right lane. A little bit of a delay from Highway 90 Nogalitos. On 90 westbound at 1604 far west side. That stall's taking up a right lane. Stop and go from Hunt Lane. And I-10 westbound, that connector to 35 south side of downtown. That wreck has the connector ramp blocked. And that's causing about a 10-minute delay. Stop and go from Gevers. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Frank Caliendo here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, people know me because of the sports impression.
The Charles Barkley, that's terrible. They got those kind of little ladies in San Antonio. See, I made it so it wouldn't get in trouble.
Yeah.
I did the opposite. I did the tiny little ladies. They got those tiny little ladies that I talk about this on the internet, how much certain people sound, they're similar. And when these voices are like magic tricks. But if you take Kermit the Frog, hi ho Kermit the Frog here, or Fozzie Bear, waka waka waka, that's a nasal voice and a throat voice. But if you take Kermit the Frog, hi ho Kermit the Frog, and you bring it down a little bit, becomes John C. Reilly. Did you touch my drumstick? And if you add a little Texas, you get Patrick Mahomes. You know,
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Powell. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, reports out of Oxnard, California, are the Cowboys' defense ruled the day as the first day of pads. Rookie safety Caleb Downs led what appears to be a pretty attacking defense. He spoke with the Athletics' John Machota about that his expectations were to be dominant. Remember, the Blitz is going to be there all week long. Finally, the Rangers lost to the San Francisco Giants 5-1. That's 6 straight losses if you're keeping count. They're now 2.5 behind the Astros. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, this is the AJ and Rob Show with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
All right, 7:02 on the morning huddle. Had a little politics discussion, city politics.
I thought we were done with this. They keep pulling us back in.
Well, that's what I
hell?
thought this was decided, and it just feels like she's bitter that she thought it was going to go one way and it didn't go her way.
But she's not stupid. I mean, it was imminent. I mean, I know we had a little bit of little concern, but as you said, and as most people in San Antonio, we don't like to talk about the fact. We don't want to sound like we're little brother. But the fact is, we know that if the Spurs leave, there's nobody coming around a bend. There's no other team coming.
This isn't like Seattle where,
had 2 pro franchises to fall back on, and it still took them 20 years to get another team back. 20 years. We know, and it ain't going to happen. So, she's not foolish either. So what's your game? Tell us what you want, and let's figure out how to fix that without threatening.
Yeah. Well, and also, when you look at places like the truth is San Antonio is the poorest major city in the country, the poorest, which I didn't realize, but especially before I lived here, I wouldn't have even thought it was close. But you look at Seattle, like the average income in Seattle, this seems like a great place to put a team. Look at Nashville. There's a reason why they want to put a team in Nashville because there's people there with money. Teams are looking to put their franchises where there's money, and San Antonio is not going. They're not high on that list.
Well, we're lucky we have the Holt family. I mean, let's not kid ourselves.
Yes.
Luckily, we had some local blood and local money to buy into this.
But if there's somebody who comes around with a check for the Holt family, would you blame them?
Why would the Holt family sell? They'll just move. They're not crazy.
Well, yeah.
I mean, at some point, you got to make a penny.
Yeah.
So I'll go someplace where they like me.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't. It's hard for me to grasp the thought process here. But
can you imagine if you were deciding, all right, we got this on the ballot in November, and you want to make sure that this money is spent the right place, and then you take and sit down and go, what do we got to do here? And then you realize we're running against Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs.
Yeah.
We're running against a team that just took us to the finals, and we had a month of fun on that little ride. It's going to be tough to run against. It's going to be a tough sell. Now, again, it's a lot closer in this city than people that are listening to this specific station this time of the morning. I mean, I'm preaching to the choir here for most of us.
Yeah.
I know that I am. But there are some of your neighbors that I hope have been swung in the proper direction by seeing what the good side of all this is. The other side, other than we don't have enough and we didn't fulfill promises, all of the promises. Well, I'd like to find a government that has. I'd like to find one government policy ever anywhere that has fulfilled every promise ever made. I'm a realist. I understand that's not possible. So I'm not going to hang my hat on the bad part of this. I just know the positives far outweigh the negatives, and we got to get there first.
Yeah.
Leave it there.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing.
It's not unfortunate yet.
Well, it's unfortunate that we're not moving forward
here's
already.
The first thing you got to do.
Didn't you expect it by now? Like when we had that vote, however long ago? I mean,
we're coming up on a year.
Okay. Didn't you think by now, like the process would be underway?
It is. There are some things that have already begun, but I mean, we know that it's a process. The ground's primed. We got to make sure we get the money. Now, the one thing we can do when it comes down to a vote, the first thing that's going to happen is going to be she has to get her council people in order. So by my last census, it was 7-4 for Project Marvel.
Yeah.
So she's going to have to pull 4. She's going to have to pull 4 votes.
Yeah.
So council folks in your district, if you're a city of San Antonio, if this is scaring you, you need to call your council because that's the first line of defense. You need to make sure your councilmen know you don't vote for this, I don't vote for you.
Yeah.
And that's the first step, and you can nip this in the bud because once it goes to council and they say, no, that's it. The mayor has no more power as a voter than any other city council person. That's all she's got. She's just one more
One
vote.
out of 11.
So the first way to nip this in the bud is to call your council person. It ain't that hard, and they'll be happy to hear from you. Trust me.
Now, when it was 7-4, was she one of the 4?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah. I didn't know if she talked all that stuff and then.
Oh no.
Okay.
And this will be what it takes to get it on the ballot. They got to get it through the council, and we can nip this in the bud. Just call your council person. It ain't gonna be that hard.
Well, if you are the type of person who wants to be heard, now would be a good time to do it.
I'm serious and wants to be heard. I promise you, there's a council person or two listening right now. You want to be heard, you could say it here, but the best way to say it is to call your council person. Let them know this is crazy. Don't back down to this. We've already approved this thing. I already voted for it once.
All right, 210-656-3776. Rob, let's just imagine for a second you got caught having sex in a bathroom.
By myself?
At a bar or a restaurant.
Oh, no. Oh, out and about.
Yeah, like you were in a public place.
Who caught me? And who's I with?
The manager of the place got you. And they caught you and they're asking you to leave. What would you do at that point?
Where was I? I'd probably leave.
You were at Shiso Crispy in St. Petersburg, Florida.
I get it. Did you get what she said there?
I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Haley Serball was caught doing it.
This is a her.
A her.
Okay.
Yeah, 19-year-old woman.
Sweet. She worked there?
No. She was partying, and she's a blonde hair, blue eyes, tattoos on her hands and fingers. She does stuff.
Yeah.
And she got caught doing it.
She knows how to
And
treat a date.
the manager said, hey, you got to go. Beat it. And she was being guided to the exit, and that's when good old Haley turned around and hucked a big fat loogie right on the manager's face.
Where's the dude in this?
I think he also was asked to leave, but he
didn't fight.
He left calmly. I'm sure because he probably has a wife at home and was not looking to have the police involved and said, I'll just go quietly. Sorry, I was doing sex in your bathroom. It's She's So Crispy. She spit in the face of 37-year-old Kalina Conklin, who was the manager, the GM of She's So Crispy. The spit was visibly leaking off the victim's face, an officer reported, and there were numerous witnesses. So now, instead of just, leaving, and honestly, you get caught banging in the bathroom, it feels like best case scenario. They just say, hey, you need to go.
Yeah, but then
we're going to ask you politely to leave, and that's just it.
Did you expect more from a girl that got busted banging in the bathroom? Was she so crispy other than getting spitting in the face of the manager? I think that's about par for the course. Now, I would say hold her down while I beat about her a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit of retribution coming, but I think the police might look past that.
Well, they didn't. They did arrest her.
Well, me beating on her.
Oh, yeah.
In my face.
The police, they would probably let that slide. I'm guessing, yeah. She is. Here's the thing, though. She's already a defendant in 2 pending felony criminal cases. She was separately arrested last year for auto burglary and being an accessory after the fact to an aggravated assault with a firearm.
Imagine there's some meth in this girl.
This is a wild gal.
Yeah, this is a girl I'd take home to mom.
Yeah.
She can hotwire a car, Mom.
In a third matter, she was accepted earlier this year into a pretrial diversion program following her arrest for criminal mischief. Cops charged that she was wearing a black mask, slashed a tire of a car parked outside a residence in Port Richey, where she resides.
Do you have a picture? Do you have one in front of you?
Yeah.
I think I'm sensing a Lifetime series here.
This gal is trouble.
She's Bonnie. Bonnie and Clyde, man. She's
all
legit.
she needs is the right guy.
I'm telling you, I'm sensing TV
or
for
she's
her.
Eileen Warnos.
She might have got some bodies in the basement, but she's cute.
Who's the gal?
I bet she's
remember the gal that was on Dr. Phil or something, and then she got famous for it.
Step Outside girl.
Yeah, well,
meet you outside.
Yeah,
or whatever.
Catch Me Outside. How about that?
Yeah.
Bad Baby, was that her name?
I think
Bad
it was
Baby?
something baby.
Bad Baby.
I think
she's like Bad Baby 2.0.
I see TV in her future. I also see prison, but before she goes, I can make a penny off that.
Yeah. The question is, would you?
What will she do for me in the bathroom?
That's what I'm saying. Would you in the bathroom at She's So Crispy?
No.
Listen.
If I was in a She's So Crispy.
If you were 22 years old and some gal was like, "Hey, you want to come back?"
Just having the captain's meal.
You know what? I'd probably be like, "Yeah, all right."
All right, why not?
Now, as a grown adult, no, that's irresponsible.
I won't leave a tip, but I'll do that. I've banged a lot of waitresses in my day.
Well, she's not a waitress.
Oh, that's right. I keep in my fantasy. She's the waitress.
No,
and invites me back into the.
She's just some gal who's like, "Hey, what's up? You here a party or what?
What you packing?"
Yeah.
All right. Bring the tartar sauce, honey. Let's go.
Hey, can you turn on my my computer where I can make it make noise? Let's see. There we go. That's what I needed. Yeah. All right. 210-656-3776. Let's take a quick break. It is the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
The AJ and Rob Show. Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the morning huddles. Rangers double dinger payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. tickets, and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Time to go back to school with Famous Footwear.
Why does it always sneak up on us?
It's like when your kid tells you about a bake sale the night before.
Then it's store-bought all the way.
Stores are the best.
Like Famous, with 800 stores, they're always nearby with shoes from the best brands like Jordan, Nike, Adidas, Birkenstock, New Balance, Skechers, and more.
Right now it's BOGO. Buy one pair, get one half off at Famous Footwear. And shop in-store to get $10 to spend this fall. Some exclusions apply.
Missions fans, get ready for AARP $2 Tuesdays at Wolf Stadium, presented by San Antonio Sports Star. Enjoy $2 tickets, beer, hot dogs, and more at every Tuesday home game. First pitch at 7:05. Don't miss out. Get your tickets now at samissions.com.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new, beautiful, energy-efficient windows, plus zero down, zero interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and ArmorView. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
DQ presents the Blizzard Double Flip Deal. For a limited time, when you buy one Blizzard treat, you get a second for just 99 cents. That's 2 Blizzards, 2 spoons, 2 flavors, and 2 flips. So don't miss out on the Blizzard Double Flip Deal, available only for a limited time and happening now at DQ. Because the only thing better than a Blizzard treat is a second Blizzard treat for just 99 cents. It's a deal to flip for. The Blizzard Double Flip Deal. Get it in the app. Participation may vary.
If you're 75 or older, ask yourself this. Do you still need your life insurance policy? Or does selling your life insurance for a large, immediate cash payout make more sense? With Benefit Advance, you can sell all or part of your life insurance for a lot of money.
Call 800-769-1775. 800-769-1775.
Benefit Advance is not a licensed broker or purchaser of life insurance policies and refers policy owners to licensed purchasers. Currently affiliated with Life Insurance Settlements, Inc.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is the
Good morning. Yeah, She's So Crispy is a dumpling place. Like I thought it was like a nightclub.
Oh, I thought it was like a strip center Long John Silver. No. She's So Crispy?
It's SHISO crispy.
It's like guacamole with a wok.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why in my head I was like, I think it's because a girl was having sex in the bathroom.
I was picturing closer to Fred's Fish Fry.
Oh,
that's what I was picturing.
See, I went the other way. I was thinking like a club, like where people are partying, like a night spot.
No, I was thinking people drive by and wonder why that place is open.
Oh, no, this looks like a pretty hot spot. And they've got, they've got 4.6 stars on Yelp.
Well, I know why.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
She was the Tuesday special.
I don't have words for how absolutely delicious She's So Crispy was. Crispy is correct. Very crispy and flavorful. She's So Crispy hurts in the best way.
This is all her reviews.
Had a great
on
time.
Craigslist.
Got laid in the bathroom.
That's it. You think the food is greasy.
5 stars. 5 stars. Man. Yeah, that makes it even worse, I think.
I might not ever go back. I know that.
Oh, I would.
Now?
Hell yeah. You never know what you're going to pull out of that.
What's going on those tables?
You never know what you're going to... No, this was in the bathroom.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know where she's from.
You never know what you're going to pull out of She's So Crispy. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, again, places that seem like a weird place to do it. When's the last time you were in IKEA?
I try to avoid it. I try to do it once a decade. I went to this one, our IKEA, when it opened that first couple of weeks, but so I'd guess in the last 3 years.
A couple shoppers in IKEA were into each other.
Well, there's so many bedrooms. I get it.
Yeah, and they found one that they liked on the showroom floor, and
trying out the mattress.
They went for
Some
it.
people nap.
They were.
You can get those that you sink too far in, and it makes some. It's not.
Kissing, caressing, and exploring each other with their hands.
I like that word, exploring.
Yes. The woman's low-cut top and exposed waist left little to the imagination. They had even taken off their shoes and put them on the next display bed.
Dude, what?
Witnesses say they were completely lost in the moment. The incident took place at an IKEA branch in Taiwan.
Oh. Well, they have different customs, though.
I don't think they do.
It's different there.
She said a child saw it, ran over to the mom. The child spotted the pair and ran over to tell her it looked disgusting. And the furious parent went to reach for her phone to film the couple. Well, because that's what you do when you see people having sex in an IKEA. You film it.
I don't know what I'd do.
Appropriately so. You know exactly what you would do.
I don't know if I'd go, hey, cut it out.
No, you wouldn't.
I don't know what I would do. I wouldn't be there long. I know that. I don't want to see that.
But would you go tell on some? No,
I wouldn't tell anybody. I might yell at him. I'm not sure what I would do. Like,
I think I'd just move along.
I don't know. Something in me tells me I'd probably have to treat them like children. Like, hey!
You're like my wife. I have to tell my wife sometimes. Like, there'll be we were at Schlitterbahn a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Should I move one of the posts so people will line up properly?" I said, "That's not your job. Like, it's not your job to do. Like, it'll."
Would it have helped?
I don't know, but what I tell her is, I mean, it might have, but it might have been like some Schlitterbahn person might have come and said, "Hey, can you not do that, ma'am?" I just said,
it feels like one of those Geico parents that are.
Yes, she is like that. Like, she wants people to do things a certain way. And, she's used to having 3 mongoloid boys in her house.
Well, I get it. You have to, if you're not ordering, you're getting beaten.
Right.
So.
And I was like, babe, it's not your job. Like, you can't, you're not in charge of everybody else's stuff. Like, you worry, let them do this. So if I see someone having sex in an IKEA, it's not my job to worry about that.
I married a teacher, and my wife will discipline other people's kids.
Oh,
my wife will be like, "You keep your hands to yourself." Like, who are you talking to?
No, I just say,
whoa.
I just say, man, you do your thing. It's not my problem. It's not my cross to bear. I'm going to let somebody else who gets paid money to do this. They're going to do that because, that's the way the world works.
Maybe the world needs a little help.
No,
little grease to kind of get things moving. People like us that know how to fix things. Let us kind of grease the wheels. That's how society gets along.
It's like if you were walking the streets and you saw a hobo, an unhomed.
I like the hobo.
You like hobo? I like that term.
It's kind of exotic. You're a hobo.
You find a hobo, and he is. Let's say you're walking downtown San Antonio. You see him in an alleyway, and he is self-pleasuring. What's your move?
Well, I'm not going down the alleyway.
No. But is your move to yell at him or to keep on walking?
Well, that's a little different.
Why is it different?
I don't know.
But
I feel like if I was in IKEA and I turned a corner, a couple little Asians are going at it, I'm going to go, "Hey!"
I'm not.
Hey.
No, that's none of my business.
No, not doing that here.
210-656-3776. Would you mind your business in this matter?
I'd throw a drink on him.
You would not.
Hey.
Then you're getting it on the showroom bed. Now you got to pay for a mattress.
I don't think I'd have to pay for it. I think I could get out of it. I think I would. I might not throw a lot, but I think I would say something. Honestly, I'd be like, "What the hell are you doing?"
I can't imagine. Like, well, what if the guy gets up and he's like, wants to kick your ass now?
I run. I'm in IKEA. I pull the handle.
It looks like
fire alarm.
like back rooms.
So, I don't know. He'd have to catch me at that point. But
yeah, I'm a big believer in minding my business. Unless it's affecting me, like, all right, you want to have sex in IKEA? That's on you, Bubba.
I don't know.
You want to have sex in the bathroom at She's So Crispy? Go for it.
Have you ever walked in and been in a bar where they're going at it in the stall next to you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if they were like fully going at it, but at least like making out.
When you see only like, well, you can tell there's something going on.
Like there's fingers holding up over the
feet facing the same direction. I mean, you can tell there's something going on in there. I mind my business there. I don't knock. Like, hey, I don't do it there.
But you would do it in an IKEA.
I think I might.
That is odd to me.
I don't know. I think it's all about the environment.
Like it's okay to have sex in a bathroom bar, but not in IKEA?
Well, most of the bars I see that, I kind of accept the place I'm in.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And like if it was going on in like a McDonald's, I'd probably report that. Or no, I'd probably just leave.
That's all. Yeah,
but if there were kids in the no, stop.
All right.
If I saw kids running around, that a kid could walk in on that. No.
Officer Rob.
No, I'm not calling the cops. I'm telling you, just zip up and get out. Kid walk in on this, but if you're at a bar, no kids walking in on that. You're allowed to be free with your body as long as it doesn't. You're behind the stall door.
Under Taiwan's public indecency law, the couple now faces up to a year in prison. Or
that's it? Or caning? We whoop them?
That's it? A year in prison?
I think we should whoop them with a cane.
Or this is a really wild thing. Either a year in prison or a fine of about $300.
Well,
that's pretty. You're on way different ends of the spectrum.
Talk about a GoFundMe.
It's either $300 or you go to prison for a year. It could be one of those two things. Apparently, this isn't the first time this has happened, though.
With them?
In 2020, a woman in China filmed an X-rated video on a busy IKEA shop floor while children were walking by. As a result, the Swedish furniture company said in a Chinese social media statement that it was investigating the incident, believed to have been filmed in Guangzhou. The footage release caused a stir among Chinese-speaking internet users after it showed a woman and her cameraman setting up in various locations in an IKEA to make sex movies. At the time, it was unclear where they were being filmed, though other shoppers did not appear to be wearing face masks. So they say it may have been produced pre-COVID-19. But the video showed the IKEA branch crowded with shoppers as the woman, who ended up being an adult star, strips and engaged in solo sex acts, often just a few steps away from unsuspecting customers.
Chinese gorilla porn.
Yeah, that's the new heat. They're cracking down on it in Russia, but in China, it's
another way to make a dollar.
That's right. The economy is booming. The sex economy is booming.
Hey! Cut it out!
Hey, you two!
Hey!
You two, break it up!
Hey!
That's the Geico commercials. Like you're turning into your parents.
I think I would be at that point. Does your mother know that you're here?
Oh my gosh!
Calling your mother.
I can't believe you would even engage. Like I don't want to.
I don't think I'd get close, but I'd interrupt them.
If you're the kind of person who's going to have sex in IKEA, I'm not even looking to engage with you at all. I don't want to make eye contact. I don't want
you near me, but I want you to stop.
I don't want either of us to acknowledge that we live in the same world.
I couldn't allow that to go on.
Okay,
there's something in me
you're
that
a hero.
Just,
you're like Batman.
I don't know if that's a hero.
You're like Batman.
No, I just don't want that going on around me. Just go someplace else. I'm mad at you for doing it, but some kind of animal. Keep it zipped.
Yes,
Get out of here.
He's an animal.
Get out of here. Go out back like anybody else. Go bang her at She's So Crispy.
What if he would have what if you said that and he said, "Hey, beat it, old man," and then shamed you in front of a bunch of people?
Oh, about to meet some old man strong. That's when I take off my shirt. You just see me in my T-shirt.
Pull your belt off.
Pull that belt off.
All right, boy. All right, you've had your fun, I guess.
About to meet Captain and Tennille.
All right, 210-656-3776. I've got an interesting find, Rob, it's a way of dating ourselves, a way of knowing what was cool around the time we came into this world. We'll do that next. It's the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1. So I came across this this feature on it's a Merriam-Webster.com feature.
So the dictionary folks.
Yes. Have a time traveler feature.
All right.
And you can pick a year, and it will tell you what words first came into the lexicon in that particular year.
I'm hip to that.
So if you were like, okay, the year you were born, it gives you an idea of what was becoming cool.
I can dig it.
The year you were born. And so, Ed, let's start with you, Edwin. What year were you born?
1996.
1996. What a year it was. These were some of the things that first popped up, the terms that were first being used in 1996.
There's some computer terms that were coming into vogue.
Live streaming first came in 1996. 3D printer, 1996.
Wow, that early.
Yep. Big data.
Yeah.
1996. Electronic dance music, EDM, in 1996.
That's why Edwin's here.
Phishing. Like PHIS, the scam. Phishing came around in 1996. Role-playing game, 1996.
Nah, wait a minute. Now, the role-playing game, Dungeons & Dragons had been around 50 years.
They didn't call it a
then.
role-playing game.
I feel like we did.
I don't think so.
All right. I'm not going to argue.
Trans woman, 1996.
What would... I guess we called... I think the end term was vestite prior to that.
I think so. Yeah. Fist bump. Isn't it crazy to think that, fist bump, 1996. You guys didn't fist bump before then, huh?
We high-fived. We low-fived. Give me five.
Yeah.
Well, Give me five was first.
Yeah.
And then Louisville made it high five.
Okay. And, along with trans woman came transphobe. That was, and here's a good one. Smartphone. The word smartphone first came around in 1996.
We didn't have smartphones. I don't know where that, but I had a cell phone by 96.
Yeah, but no one called it. No one had called it a smartphone.
It was just a phone.
In 1996, I had a pager.
Oh yeah, we had a pager, but 96 was about the time the brick phones were going away, and those phones were those Nokias. Mm-hmm. They were getting smaller and smaller.
Yep.
And I probably had those Motorola's that flipped. That was about 96.
Yep.
So yeah, they were getting smarter.
1980. Air guitar, baby bump.
I would have thought that was
that's 1980 is the year I was born. Mm-hmm. I would have thought so too. Yeah. Let's see. Comb over, 1980. Comb over. Director's cut debuted in 1980. It's the first time that term was ever used. Electronica.
Well, yeah. Okay, we were on the verge.
Homeschool.
Wow.
The term homeschool, it was at home learning or something like that.
Let me tell you, if you weren't coming to school in 1980,
like there was something wrong.
There
with
was
you, right?
something. You were in a cult,
or you had,
or you needed special extra stuff that this school couldn't provide.
You had leprosy.
Or something else, man. If you were, you want to talk about in 1980, you didn't go to school. You were one of the chainsaw person. There's something going on behind those walls.
1980, pick six was termed.
I wonder which sports guy said it first.
I wonder.
Somebody gets credit for saying it in a game, a pick six.
Post-traumatic stress disorder was.
Well, keep in mind we're 5 years out of Vietnam, and that was part of our post-Vietnam, and 1980 was very much important.
Let's see. Video doorbell, voicemail, 1980, first time that ever popped up. And the term yuppie first showed up in 1980. So,
young urban professionals.
Yes, that's right. Rob, you were 1965, is that right?
65.
See some of the things that...
This ought to be interesting.
This is going to be fun. 1965 was the first year alley-oop first came to in 1965.
Wilt.
Beta blocker.
That's interesting.
Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time that was ever used.
Mm-hmm. Huey P. and the rest.
Yes. Let's see. I mean, some of these, it's like it's fascinating that the convenience store. The term convenience store was invented when you were born. That's wild to me.
Auspicious to me.
Yeah. Dork.
That term began September 5th of 65.
Dookie was invented in 1965. Frostbiting.
I don't even know what that is.
I don't either. Gatekeep was invented in 1965.
We're pretty dull.
Yeah. Homestand. Lava lamp. Invented in 1965.
You're welcome.
All right. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Midlife crisis.
I embody that. Yes. Most of my life.
1965. That's pretty good.
Midlife crisis.
1965. Let's see. Petting zoo. What?
And the term meant a whole lot different.
Oh, I was going to say.
Very different.
They didn't have that
Remember,
before?
the Summer of Love was 68. We're building up to it.
Racquetball.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Soft rock. The term soft rock was invented in
the reason I'm
1965.
here, actually.
Suicide bomber, 1965. Thigh slapper, 1965.
Now, okay. Now, how do you figure out that was invented?
Because it's the first time it was ever used in print.
Oh, so somebody wrote thigh slapper?
Yeah. Ugly American.
Well, that's
the
a
term
book.
Ugly American.
That was actually a book. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's capitalized, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why. It's from 1965, I guess.
I read that.
Under budgeted, 1965.
Fits our sensibilities, I can tell you that.
Vroom, 1965, and the term wiggle room invented in 1965. So
some of those words I've lived up to.
Yeah.
Wiggle room.
Yeah, look at that. I always find it fascinating, like the words that were invented. Like, I mean, these words didn't exist before that. It's like, what did you say before that?
Nobody helped me to that, dude.
Some of the more recents, the things that have popped up in recent years, been added to the lexicon in recent years. 2025, for example, vibe code. I don't know anybody who says vibe code.
Is that like you're a beta, you're a sigma?
I don't know. 2024, unk.
You know, that's applied to me more and more.
Also, 2024, Zimbabwe gold was a term that was added.
Is that weed?
I would assume. I mean, that's the only thing I could imagine it being.
Zimbabwe doesn't even exist.
No, it's the basic monetary unit of Zimbabwe, it says.
Oh.
I would have just thought it was.
Rhodesia's gone. That's right.
I would have thought it was weed. 2023 skibbity came into. What year did you graduate, Edwin?
High school?
Yeah,
2014.
2014. Afro Latinx, Black Lives Matter. That came out in 2014. Look at you. Hard Pass came out in 2014, and On Fleek came out in 2014.
You're welcome.
Yes.
On Fleek.
Yeah, you done.
Is it already gone? Is that still a thing? Was Fleek passed by?
I'm pretty sure that's gone. 1998, when I graduated high school, Cam Girl. Nice. Nice. Cam Girl, cosplayer, cyberbullying, dark web. Yeah, this sounds right. This sounds like
kind of defines your generation.
Gayborhood.
As I said,
microgreen.
I don't even know what that is.
Like the the drink that I make sometimes.
Like okay.
Yeah. How about this one? Moobs was invented in 1998. Moobs. Queen for a Day. And Side Chick, 1998. That's the name. When Side Chick came into term. Also, social networking.
Well, ethnically, that term has been like there's what's a Gumar in Italian, Sancha in Spanish. So other languages that had that down for a long time. It just took us a minute. We're boring.
And upskirting, thankfully, was invented around then as well. What were you 1983?
83.
All right. 1983, when Rob graduated high school. Oh, AIDS virus was used for the first time.
Sadly, yes.
Breakdance.
Yeah, of course.
1983,
Absolutely.
that sound about right?
Yeah.
Brew Pub. I like that one. Bouncy House.
We invented good stuff, too, I guess.
Cell phone.
83. That's early.
That's the first time it was used.
We had mobile. My dad had a car phone. That's what we called it, car phones.
As well as a CD-ROM, 1983.
Yeah. We learned CD-ROM and RAM.
Yep.
Read-only and random access. Wow.
Gender transition.
Well, we were fluid.
Hip Hopper, 1983.
Rapper's Delight changed the world.
Yes. Laser print. Liposuction.
You're welcome again.
Thank you for that one. Mountain bike.
Really?
Mouse pad.
Well,
1983. This one's poison pill. The term poison pill not used until 1983. Oh, this is a good one. Sex work. Didn't exist until it didn't exist. They call it the oldest profession in the world, but didn't exist until 1983. At least
the other terms just weren't applicable anymore.
Yeah, apparently so.
Wouldn't say hoe anymore in legal terms.
Yeah, I guess not. And zip tie, 1983. So
I admitted the zip tie.
Yes, you got it. Spell check also 1983. So it's I just find that funny. 1982, you just barely missed G spot.
I've never actually found it, but I continue to search.
Yes, had you been born 1 year earlier, you'd understand it completely.
I haven't fully figured that out.
All right, let's wrap up the second hour of the program on the other side. It is the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
Phone sex was 1984. Phone sex? Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor. He has been for the last 10 years. You know why? Well, I walked into his office weighing about 300 pounds and didn't really know what to do. I'm like a lot of folks. We wanted to lose weight. We just didn't know how. Had failed in other attempts because, quite frankly, we didn't have the backing. We didn't have the help. And that's where Dr. Torres and the IFF came in. Because losing weight, well, that's a biological thing. Nothing has changed. It's your relationship to that food that has to change for you to continue to lose weight and keep it off. That way you don't have to worry about GLP-1s. You don't have to worry about those shots and pills. You can do it yourself. Believe it or not, that's still possible. And you can work with it and live with it for the rest of your life. That's me. I want that for you. I want you to call Dr. Torres today and find out why he's been so successful. Let him explain to you in far better ways than I can how it all works. I can tell you he changed my life for the better, and I will never look back from it. I am as healthy today as I could have ever expected to be. I'm going to turn 61 and not on a single medication to regulate my cholesterol or blood pressure. If that's not you and you want to get there, live a functionally healthy life, call him today. It's 468-1891 is the number. His website's iffhealth.com. It's time to lose weight, to live a healthier life, and one that you want to live. Call Dr. Torres. You will change your life, and when he does, come on by. Thank me later.
Football season is almost here, and just in time for kickoff, the new Roo Pub will be open in New Braunfels, in Creekside near the Buc-ee's. You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the New Braunfels location will be no different. Heading to the coast, check out the Roo Pub in Rockport, and of course the OG Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road is the perfect place for your fantasy draft. Roo Pub number 3, opening soon in New Braunfels. We'll see you at the Roo.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Hot summer days and high energy bills are on the way. Upgrade your home's old leaky windows this month with Window Nation at 50% off all window styles. Yes, 50% off new beautiful energy-efficient windows, plus 0 down, 0 interest, and no payments for 2 years. Call now, 866-200-8670 or windownation.com. In select markets, trust our family of brands, New South Window and Armorview. That's 866-200-8670 or windownation.com to book a consultation.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46. And I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, day 2 from Cowboys training camp, Cowboys in pads.
We expect to talk with defensive tackle Kenny Clark after practice on Tuesday.
We'll see what he thinks about that defensive performance so far.
We'll also talk some Cowboys with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk.
The Blitz, live from Cowboys training camp, starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports.
Hey, what's up, everybody? 210-656-3776. It's the AJ and Rob Show. 94.1. Oh, no. Ren just said he saw his first Halloween spirit store. Yep. Oh, it's that time already?
Well, keep in mind, this is San Antonio.
Oh.
We take Halloween seriously around here.
Oh.
It's really 2 holidays in one. You get Halloween, and then you get Dio the next. So we get to do twice.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
I'm telling you, I've lived in a couple cities, not a lot, but there's no city takes Halloween more seriously. Now, I remember when Detroit would burn itself down every Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's just Detroit.
But for us, I mean, it's kind of we don't go that direction, but we celebrate. I get it.
KC says you're still in a cult if you're being homeschooled, by the way.
Dude, I have some friends who have homeschooled, so I'm not going to denigrate. But
Okay.
I'm just saying, back in the early 80s, if you were going to school at home, you'd either committed some sort of dastardly crime.
Or you'd been kicked out of school.
Yes, what I'm saying.
You didn't have another choice.
You weren't allowed to play amongst the common folk.
Yeah.
Or
you had Ebola.
Or you left the house in a helmet. It just didn't see a lot of homeschoolers.
A helmet. Well, I mean, I guess so. I guess there were kids who did have to do that, I suppose. It was hard times.
It just wasn't a thing. They didn't have access to the tools to teach at home. So normally it came from the Bible or some sort of religious text, and that was about it.
Yeah, man. I can't imagine it. Like, homeschooling would have been the worst for a kid like me who didn't want to be at home ever. Like,
I can't imagine my mom and dad teaching me.
No. It would have been bad. All right. A lot of people. I wish I could do the dates on these things. Someone said, "How about Fun Baby?" I don't.
That's a good one. I'd say if I was to guess, Fun Baby hit about 86, 87.
You think so?
Fun Baby?
I bet it would. Fun Baby. The term Fun Baby had to be. I imagine
it was later than that.
It's
90s?
More recent than that. I would think even maybe 2000s. Let's see if I can pull it up by date.
Because I think if you were a yuppie, then you became a dink, and then you had Fun Babies.
Oh, I guess because Fun Baby isn't in the dictionary. So
we don't have one yet.
All of this stuff that I'm reading is actually in a dictionary. So the term Fun Baby hasn't been added to the dictionary, unfortunately. Which, I mean, I don't know why. I don't know what they're waiting on. Yeah, that's the way it works. Is it's got to be. I guess it's got to be in the dixtionary now.
Says it was first quoted in the Friends show in 1994.
Okay. Looksmaxing was 2018. We've been looksmaxing since 2018.
Can't you tell?
Yeah,
we're a better looking society for it.
Taller. 2016 cancel culture, MAGA, touch grass, and tradwife were all invented in 2016.
Tradwife.
Yes.
I missed that one.
You don't know tradwife? That's a wife who does all the who like
a traditional wife.
Yeah, traditional wife. She does all the cooking and the cleaning and she dresses up the way she's supposed to and
the June Cleavers of the world.
Yes.
I didn't get that. I didn't get the tradwife's a dead thing.
2010 body shamer came into being. 2009 alt-right came to be. Sounds about right.
Mm-hmm.
Cuffing season, also 2009. That's it, yeah. 2006, birther.
Yeah, well.
Dumpster fire.
Really?
Yeah.
That's one of the best words to come out of that decade.
And crowdsourcing, 2005, butt dial.
As was, I guess, the first time we had just the screen. No, we didn't get the iPhone until 2008, right? But we had BlackBerry, so I guess you could butt dial then.
Yeah, I guess so.
BlackBerry, you could probably.
Side piece. So Fun Baby, side piece was 2005.
So side piece, and what was the other one?
Side chick.
Side chick.
Yep. 2003, we got Muffin Top. Manscaping and meat sweats. This is my dad.
That's a good
bod.
year. That's a good
This
year.
is a good year for dudes.
It was.
Good year for dudes. Yeah. All right.
When did mansplaining come around too? I hope it was that year too.
I probably was around that same time. All right. 210-656-3776. You want to be a part of the show. We'd love to have you on. Double Dong Challenge we'll actually do coming up in the next hour as well. See if the Rangers can get a home run on the board today. It is the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
This is AJ and Rob in the morning with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, 90 eastbound as you approach Nogalitos, west side of town. This wreck taking up 2 middle lanes. That's a 10-minute delay. Slow from 36th Street. I-10 westbound at Trainer Hale, far east side of town. That stalls up to the shoulder. And if your travels are taking you out of the New Braunfels area, 35 southbound at Engle got a stall. It's off to the shoulder. It's still causing delays from Solms Road. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Star sending our boys to see the boys. Our AA Best Bail Bonds coverage of Dallas Cowboys training camp in Oxnard, California continues all this week. Sponsored in part by Southern Recipe Pork Rinds and AARP San Antonio, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Audible. When you start listening to books on Audible, traffic might seem like less of an annoyance and more of an opportunity for another chapter. Audible, stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com.
If you're over 40 and the August heat is taking its toll, it might be declining testosterone levels. If you want the energy, vitality, and endurance that you used to have, visit Synergenics to find out if TRT is right for you. Book your free T-test at synergenicshealth.com.
You know, I used to think all money managers were the same until I spoke with Fisher Investments.
Really? How different are they?
Fisher's investment counselors are dedicated to service, not sales, keeping clients up to date on their portfolio.
Well, they probably just invest in a bunch of mutual funds like I do.
Nope. They build a tailored portfolio based on their clients' personal goals, helping them stay on track for a comfortable retirement.
Well, they must make commissions selling products.
Actually, Fisher doesn't sell any commission-based products. They're a fiduciary, and they believe that's a conflict.
Then they have some kind of complex fee structure.
Nope. Fisher has a simple, transparent fee that's a percentage of their client's portfolio. So they do better when their clients do better.
It sounds like Fisher really is different.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Fisher Investments. Clearly different wealth management. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com/different. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Talking about guns with others might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life.
Here's a way to start a conversation. Your family is going over to your neighbor's home for dinner for the first time. How would you ask if there are any unlocked guns in the home?
Hey.
Hey, we're so excited for tonight. Before we come over, may I ask a few questions?
Yeah, of course.
Do you have any pets?
Yes, we have a dog.
Great. Do you have a pool outside?
Nope, just a big old backyard.
Nice. Another question. Are there any unlocked guns in the home?
Our guns are stored securely, locked in a safe that the kids can't access.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, let's just talk about what we can bring for dessert.
Learn how to have the conversation at agreetoagree.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the Ad Council.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, reports out of Oxnard, California, the Cowboys' defense ruled the day of the first day of pads. Rookie safety Caleb Downs led what appears to be a pretty attacking defense. He spoke with the Athletics' John Machota about that his expectations were to be dominant. Remember, the blitz is going to be there all week long. Finally, the Rangers lost to the San Francisco Giants 5-1. That's 6 straight losses if you're keeping count. They're now 2.5 behind the Astros. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, this is the AJ and Rob Show with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey-o! Good morning, everybody. You see this from the Astros game last night?
No, I have not.
Astros play the Blue Jays.
Snag!
Yeah, everybody knew that he caught the ball except for the hitter.
Oh, that sucks.
Who is still rounding the bases.
And, he's giving the cross, too. And he
thank Jesus for that one.
Y'all could have told me.
Appreciate you.
Did you notice when it got quiet?
Old Jesus and
when everybody went, oh, you didn't think that didn't tell you something?
No, Taylor Trammell didn't quite get it out of there.
Sucks, man.
Didn't
I bet
quite.
his mom was in the stadium. He had family there.
They took him out of the game after that too.
Man. Rats.
That's the worst. You think you hit it? You should have been. It would have been awesome if you'd have done like.
Man! But you're like, dude, didn't you hear the crowd? Aren't you paying any attention to what's going on around you?
No. A little sports news. Bijan Robinson has signed a deal with the Falcons, 3 years, up to $75 million, including a record $51 million guaranteed.
That's some scratch, man.
He is now the priciest running back in the history of time.
I love running backs. I would rather have a great running back on my team than any other position. I don't know why. It's of my generation.
That's wild.
Dude, I mean, I grew up in the era, if you didn't have a tailback, you didn't have anything. So for me, a showboat running back is what I want to have. But we're getting to the realms of, I can't afford that. That's a little rich for my blood. And I love one. But, dude, and somebody's got to have to pay it. So it might as well be Atlanta.
Well, Atlanta's, luckily for Atlanta, they're set at quarterback, with Tua and Michael Penix, and both of them going into the preseason hurt already. So everything's going great for them at that position. So they said, we got some money to spend. No, I guess if you you don't have a quarterback you can trust, I guess we'll be a running football team. Your ceiling is certainly limited.
Dude, if I'm Mr. Arthur Blank, I'm talking to the OC, and like, we're going to get our money's worth out of this, right? I mean, the usage rate for Mr. Bijan better be pretty high.
Yeah.
If we're not going to him, we're acting like we are.
Well, I don't think this is going to help the Lions, who currently Jahmyr Gibbs is sitting out of practice, his hold-in that they're calling it.
That's the new Vogue thing now.
Yeah,
it's just to show up.
He wants to get a deal done. So he's walking around practicing a hoodie. And
I got bad news for you, Jahmyr. You ain't getting $51 million. You're not. If he has aspirations to that, Detroit is doomed. If they're going to pay him that kind, he's not going to be within $10 million in total contract. You think he'll get upwards of $40 million from Detroit? If he does, that team's going to start losing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were losing last
year. That's what I'm saying. This will tell me, well, you're right. They had last year was not the year. No, this is the wrong time to ask for a raise.
He's got some teammates, Jameson Williams included, who says that he should be the NFL's highest paid running back. I wouldn't even say look at the film. Nobody close. He's the best.
He's good. But y'all ain't Atlanta.
Yeah.
Y'all are trying to win something.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to sell ticket.
They're from the same draft class, Bijan and Jahmyr Gibbs. He's good. Most touchdowns in his player's first 3 seasons in the history of the NFL.
Wow.
49 touchdowns he scored in the first 3 seasons.
See, that's one of those things fantasy guys know.
Yeah. So I have a hard time. I don't think he's going to beat Bijan's money, but I think it's going to be pretty close.
Think he'll get close?
I think it'll be close.
Hey, I want everybody to get money. I'm not anti that. But for him in the juncture in his career at Detroit, you better post-date some of those checks. That's all I'm saying. Maybe they'll pay you in 2 years. But I think they kind of need some money here now and again to kind of get this thing over the top, because if it doesn't happen this year, Detroit's going to crumble, man.
Yeah.
You know?
The running back market seems to be making a little bit of a comeback after, remember a few years ago when it was just like, running backs don't have value anymore. And now it's like, okay, now we're starting to get there. It says running back before today, 3 years up to $75 million. Saquon was the highest paid guy. He was 20.6.
See, that's why this is such an escalation that I don't think the next contract's going to be able to come close. Now, they might catch. Obviously, they'll catch eventually, but we're getting to the point unless I think Bijan might be worth it. I think there's 2 or 3 backs out there. And Gibbs might very well be, but he's kind of a 2-tool player where Bijan's kind of a 3-tool player. But I'll tell you, I like Gibbs' short yardage, maybe more than Bijan's ability to catch it in the flat, but I don't think they're comparable backs.
The highest paid running backs in the league right now, obviously Bijan is number 1. Saquon Barkley, number 2. Christian McCaffrey, 3, which I think
I have no argument. If the health thing is always going to be on his shoulders, but for the most part, he stays healthy.
Devon Achane,
no,
$16 million a year, so 64 total.
Good deal.
Did sign a 4-year deal.
He's fast, that's for sure.
Breece Hall, for the Jets, makes $15.25 a year, and Derrick Henry on a $15-a-year contract.
See, if you were a GM, what's the max you'd pay? Well, I mean. And maybe I shouldn't say that, but percentage of cap. How much do you think a running back should pull?
I mean,
more than a wide receiver, less than a wide receiver, more than a tight end.
Running backs, quite frankly, and this sounds terrible. Running backs are replaceable.
No, it's not terrible. It's true. Now, That doesn't mean great ones don't need to be respected and paid and all that, but there's not enough. There's not those guys. There's 3 or 4 of those. I can find, like that kid Love coming out of Notre Dame this year.
Yeah.
There'll be one of those guys. There's a Jeremiah Love every year. There's probably 2 or 3 Jeremiah Loves every year.
If there's not a Jeremiah Love, there's an Ashton Jeanty the year before.
So there's something there. I'm like, there's a stud back that comes out every year. And quite frankly, they've got about a 4-year lifespan.
Yeah. That's why I would never. I don't want to pay running backs on the second contract. I want to milk a guy on his first contract and then draft somebody.
I hope to find another. I love me a good tailback, and if I could pull in a Derrick Henry, I'll pay him because that guy's got a game. And Gibbs might actually, sadly, be the kind of guy that should get paid. That won't because Bijan is flash and dash. Where Jahmyr he's one of those backs that can go get 3 yards, blocking or not. Jahmyr gonna get me 3 yards. Bijan can't say that. He can get it a different way, but I'm talking about putting your foot in the dirt and putting your head forward and go get 3 yards. That's why Gibbs got all those touchdowns.
I mean, the Cowboys found Javonte Williams laying on a trash pile.
It took a couple years of searching. That's the problem with
before that, Rico Dowdle they found laying on a trash pile.
Yeah, there's a reason why he's gone.
Tony Pollard laying. I mean, but these are all 1,000-yard backs they didn't overpay for, and that's.
I still think that they didn't have a back until now. That while Dowdle and all big back, little back, third back, whatever, they weren't truly what the Cowboys were searching for. So they did go through a little bit of purgatory till they found their dude, and I think the offense suffered for it. But they did find him, and it's probably more on the GM's fault than anything else because those guys are available every year if you find the right one.
Javonte last year, 1,200 yards on 252 carries.
To me, it's not total yards. It's threat. It's output at appropriate times. Are you picking up third downs? Are you holding on to the ball? Those things. I love 1,500 yards, but I don't. That's not my barometer. If it's 1,200 effective yards, I'd much rather take that than 1,500 in a losing season.
All right. Yeah, I don't know that I would have paid. I mean, Bijan is as good as anybody. He's as good as any running back in the league.
But he got paid that because he is fun. They're trying to sell tickets, not win Super Bowls in Atlanta right now. Seriously.
Yeah, maybe. But he's also really damn good.
Yes.
And where was he? He was 4th in the league in rushing last year. And he had 1,478 yards. He was 150 yards behind James Cook, who had the most in the league last year. Derrick Henry was 2nd, Jonathan Taylor 3rd, then Bijan, Devon Achane 5th. But here's another example. The guy who's in 6th is another example of why I wouldn't pay a running back big money. Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams was a 5th-round draft pick and is one of the best running backs in the league. And when he's gone, you find another one of those guys. I know it's kind of old school thinking, but that's my philosophy on running back stands. It's too hard, especially now when you've got to pay your quarterback so much money if you've got a good quarterback. Teams like the Falcons can afford to do this because they don't have a quarterback yet.
Right. Well, you don't have a quarterback. They're not this is a team that success will be measured in one playoff game. I mean, it'll be an absolute rocket ship to the moon success story if this team with those two quarterbacks get to a playoff game. And if they do that with Bijan with 2,000 total yards, all the better. But they're there to sell tickets more than they are to win Super Bowl.
But how many teams can you say the running back is the best player on the offense?
Well, this is the league that it can't. If you're saying that, like Jonathan Taylor probably is the closest we're going to get to he's the dude on that team,
or Bijan,
or maybe I hope with this kind of pay. I mean, we got Pitts out there, we got some other stuff.
Saquon Barkley also. So there's a handful.
But again, we all aspire to Saquon. I mean, there's some of the Derrick Henry and Saquon and Taylor. Those three, we aspire to that. So everybody else is trying to become that. So if he can be those guys where the offense is built around, and I got to find 3 defensive guys to stop you every week, well, then the investment pays off. But if I can take you out of the game with a scheme instead of dudes, then the investment doesn't pay off.
Yeah, I just don't. I think that you're limited when that's the case. When your running back is your best player, I think you have a pretty hard ceiling.
Man, I just remember the days the Eagles body right, man.
The Eagles
40
were able
carries.
to do it.
Well, 40 carries and 140 yards and a time of possession of like 39 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how I came up. So I can see when you're playing that style, they're worth it.
Then you put your leather helmet on the back of the bench.
Yeah. But when we talk about Saquon and Derrick Henry, they have had games where teams just decide, you know what, you're going to carry the ball 30 times today. That's how we're going to win. And I trust the fact that they can do that.
Yeah.
Gibbs falls into that category. I'm not sure Bijan does.
Typically, when they play the Cowboys, that's the move.
Yes. Well, normally the quarterback's having a 400-yard day, and they don't need to run the ball.
Well, that was because they made all the changes to stop the run. That's why
scheme.
That's why we traded Micah, because stopping the run's just so important.
We just want the ball back.
Yeah. All right. 210-656-3776. It's the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
The AJ and Rob Show. All right, step up. If you really know the Rangers, this is your game on Rangers Game Day. Make your call in the morning huddles, Ranger Double Dinger Payday. Pick the Ranger who takes one deep. He hits one, you're in. Ranger tickets. He hits 2, and then we're talking tickets and a hotel stay. Big swings, big rewards. Wake up with the morning huddle and cash in with the morning huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks and a member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-550-8841.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-550-8841. That's 800-550-8841.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Why do you love Shriners Children's?
I love seeing all the opportunities she gets from being here. It's the look on her face the first time we walked in and she saw somebody else that looked like her.
They take good care of you.
It's just amazing because when I come here, I feel like I belong.
Shriners Children's provides specialized care and therapy that helps kids like me do what I love most.
At first, when the accident happened, we didn't think she was gonna walk again, but when she came to Shriners, it gave us hope that, hey, Braylee's gonna walk again.
This place is amazing, and I can't believe how much it's helped me through my hard times.
What I love about Shriners Children's is the mission. There's nowhere else in the world that I could provide the care that we provide for the patient and the family.
Thank you for helping us do what we love the most.
To learn more, visit loveshriners.org. Thank you.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is the AJ and Rob Show on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, good morning. 8:17 on the AJ and Rob Show. Marijuana, the devil's lettuce, has surpassed cigarette use in the U.S. last year.
And alcohol use.
For the first time in American history, at least admittedly.
More people are regular users of marijuana than alcohol and tobacco.
How wild is that? Yeah. In 2025, 43.8 million Americans aged 12 and up.
12?
That's where I guess that's the poll they took. Used marijuana regularly compared to 36.1 million Americans smoking cigarettes. Marijuana was used highest among adults 18 to 25, while cigarette use was highest among adults 26 and up. Marijuana, the most common mode of marijuana was smoking. followed by edibles, vaping, dabs, and concentrates. Have you ever done that dab?
No.
Oh, I did it one time, and I felt like I was drunk. Like, I was. First of all, I coughed for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it seems crazy to me, but sure,
yeah,
why not?
In addition to cigarettes, 29.3 million Americans reported regular nicotine vaping usage. So there is some vaping going on still. Around 60,000 Americans were interviewed for the latest edition of the annual survey. But we're now at 50% of U.S. states have legalized recreational marijuana. I was talking about this with you before the show. I went to Specs yesterday, and that market has been unaffected.
All is not lost. If you're looking for the Delta versions that are legal, they're in the drink.
Yeah, it's still there. All of them are still there. So I guess they got rid of the 8 and 10. Basically anything you can sell at the little marijuana shops. That's what they're getting rid of.
Right now, there's chemists actively at work
working on number 11,
the next variant. But I also have seen that there's a couple of lawsuits that are being put together to see if we can injunct this, to reevaluate the severity of the penalties for this.
Well, this survey is a little bit different, I think, than the one you must have seen, because it says despite marijuana's growing popularity, alcohol still remains the most used substance.
Oh, no. What's the date on that? I literally just saw something this week. Maybe they're talking about the combined numbers. While alcohol still is high, it is not as high as it used to be.
It says 129.1 million Americans aged 12 and up currently drank alcohol, according to the National Survey on Drug Use and Health. Of that figure, 44% were monthly binge drinkers. For men, binge drinking is defined as 5 or more drinks on one day in the past 30 days. For women, it's 4 or more drinks on one day in the past 30 days. And it says the self-reported substance use and mental health of a U.S. civilian non-institutionalized population aged 12 or older. That was the study that they were looking at.
So your source, where did you get this?
The U.S. government. So it might be full of it.
Oh, no, I'm just I'm looking at one that says daily use breakdown. Cannabis, 21.4 million. Cigarettes, 19.9. Alcohol, 17.2.
Okay. What age groups is that?
There's also some breakdowns of 20-plus days a month of usage. So they've kind of limited it to that small grouping. So the heavy users, there's more cannabis than anything else.
Okay. Yeah. It is wild that marijuana has become so
ubiquitous.
Yeah, it's just become part of the culture. But now Texas is saying, oh, well, you can't have that anymore.
Keep in mind that the generation of love, those 60s parents are now grandparents. That have been, a lot of these people have been smoking all their lives. It's been, and they're still smoking. So that the percentage of those of age have gone up every year. So a lot of things are coming to fruition over 40 years. And the drug laws had actually kind of followed that up until very recently here in Texas.
Yeah, they were saying, and I don't understand what I say I don't understand. I'm guessing it probably has to do with money changing hands, but the idea that, Texas 6 years ago said, okay, we'll allow this, and now saying, no, off the table. It just feels very odd to me.
There were some loopholes that were built into it that the government didn't quite foresee. So I think they felt a little bit like they had let the dragon out of the cage immediately and have fought ever since to get it back. But I think in the midtime, we realized what they let out of the cage wasn't that bad. I think they realized, why are we fighting this? This isn't bad. Everybody's making a little bit of money, but the fight started and it went to fruition.
I wonder what, obviously we live in a big urban area, and I think in general, marijuana is more accepted in urban areas than it is in the little towns.
Although I tend to agree, but I know a lot of small town types.
I know too. I was thinking the same thing. My mom lives in a tiny little town on the beach, and my mom, and she gets high every day and just doesn't bother anybody, just lives her life.
And there's more people like that than there aren't.
Yeah. I don't understand who this is playing to, is what I'm saying.
Again, I think they started a fight that they felt like they had to finish. But in the meantime, as it became legal, we realized there's lots of money to be made, and certainly regulation needs to be applied. There's some things that could be fixed. But at the end of the day, there was really no reason to do this other than I can. Other than we can, so we will. But there was no need to do anything more than just make sure it's not within close to kids. Treat it like the other stuff. We could have fixed all that, but they chose to go further than that.
Well, there's also talks of lawsuits and
I think there'll be something applied
injunctions
in the next week. I've seen
because a lot of people
groups.
started businesses. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And then the definition of all the THC, the A's, the deltas, and all that. There's some more science that needs to be kind of looked into.
What's crazy? My mom was talking about. She owns some property out in rural Texas, several hundred acres, and was talking about that when 5-6 years ago, the government was giving out grants
to grow the hemp.
Mm-hmm. And she's like, if I had taken that and then built the infrastructure, because I guess she thought about it. If I had taken that and then invested in infrastructure, I'd be out,
millions.
Yeah. Like tons of money. So it really is I know most people think, oh, who's it affecting? And when you think, oh, they're taking away weed, I think there's still people who believe it's like taking weed away from 16-year-old skater kids.
No,
that's not who it is.
I spent the weekend with upstanding MAGA red hat wearing types, and they pulled out their bottle of Willie's and their bottle of Enhanced, and they're not going to break the law, but they're going to go as far as the law will allow them. And they're still going to and I think those types that suddenly started to do that are kind of realized, I understand the fight, and I was kind of behind you when you started, but now I've tried this stuff, and it's not bad. You know what? So let's stop the fight. But I think that they set the Bulldog and Dan Patrick on this, and he wasn't going to let off, even though I don't think a lot of people by the end of this, other than accepting alcohol money, we're all in on this.
Let's see. Ayatollah says, AJ, Texas didn't legalize anything. The 2018 Farm Bill created a loophole to benefit farmers to produce hemp crop and sell at a premium. Texas just caught up to ban the products the past 2 years.
Yeah, that's again, they tried to use this as a farm enhancement to the farm industry, but it turned into an enhancement into the sin tax, and it scared a lot of people.
Yeah. Franklin says now when he goes to the bar, he gets a THC drink over alcohol. He gets those THC bottles to put in his Diet Coke like whiskey. Yeah. I mean, well, and he's right. Generally, you do feel better the next day. I still love I love beer and I love whiskey. And I know sometimes I'm going to feel like crap the next day, but I just kind of accept it. But it is a good alternative.
The irony of this is the state, at the same time of banning this, is on the forefront of experimenting with the hallucinogenics to treat a variety. I mean, Texas literally is on the forefront of this. Former Governor Rick Perry saw this years ago and has been kind of behind it. And the irony is those are the same people that are the anti-weed. It doesn't rectify in my mind how you can be on one side and not on the other.
And then Franklin says, let us vote in November on legislation or legalization of gambling and weed. Yeah, they won't do that. And
you'll get one or the other.
Oh, well, hopefully. And I guess it's who gives more money, the neighbor states that have the gambling or the alcohol board? Who's going to line the pockets better?
And all the states we're competing against have both. Well, Louisiana doesn't, but they do have the gambling. But it's well known that if you're a county that's on the border, there is lots of money that comes from the other side of that border to get the county judge or those that are elected to go to Austin to say no drugs, no gambling, because that we can get all that over here across the river, across the line.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're going to need to make that money.
Well, listen, go to what's it? WinStar, the one up in Oklahoma. Go to LaBerge or the Golden Nugget in Lake Charles and just look around the parking lot.
That's all Texas plates. Yeah.
That's all it is, man. Mm-hmm. Texas is surrounded by 5 of the poorest states in the country. New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, maybe just 4. All right, 4. But they all of them have legalized gambling.
And 3 of them have weed.
3 of them have weed. Yeah. No,
well, I think Oklahoma you got to get a card, but it's not easy. It's not hard.
No. And I think Louisiana you can get a card too if I'm not mistaken. But either way, they know that the money there's no money in those states. The money that those states get comes from us. Why not keep that in-house? I don't know.
That question's been asked repeatedly, but I'll tell you this. We'll get one, then we'll get the other.
I would hope so. Franklin says the new Wemby Center needs a casino.
Well, I'll tell you, for anybody who's traveled the country, it is not uncommon to walk in to a Fanatics or you name your favorite gambling house. Right? I know Phoenix. What's the FanDuel right
Yep.
there in the arena.
Yep. Some of them have like on the back of the seats.
Yeah,
kiosks in the arena. Yeah.
Again, you're right. It needs to be here.
All right. 210-656-3776. It's the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1. Okay, good morning, everybody. 8:34 on the Morning Huddle. Let's do the Double Dong Challenge real quick. 210-656-3776. The Rangers taking on the Giants. El Gigantes.
We know this. Josh Smith will not hit a home run today for the Rangers.
Okay.
Well, because he's now a Blue Jay.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Seems unlikely. If you know the Ranger who will hit a home run today against the Giants, 210-656-3776 is the phone number to dial. Let's go with caller number 4. You'll play the Double Dong Challenge. If your guy hits a home run, you'll get some Rangers tickets. If he hits 2, you will get premium seats and a hotel stay on us. The Tony Romo situation. First, I've got some. I believe I've got some clips ready to go here. Let me get my trusty sheet out here. Oh, maybe it's not on my sheet.
I think it is. I saw it.
You got a different sheet than I do, I think.
I don't think I got the same sheet. No, where's my sheet?
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. This is
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is it because it's listed as Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
Talking to Joe Buck about the Tony Romo situation.
I told Bill Belichick, he came down after his first Super Bowl, and we're close friends. I said, the downfall of every great company, country, team, whatever, everybody in the organization is going to say, what about me? I didn't get enough praise. I didn't get enough accolades. Every secretary is going to want a raise. Every scout's going to want a raise. Every player is going to want a new contract. I say that's what you're going to have to deal with. The other thing you got to deal with is human nature when you have success. Human nature is people get, to where they don't work quite as hard. They get pretty comfortable with themselves. And it's hard. It's no fun for the guy at the top that is demanding.
And that has to filter down, though. It comes from you to the assistant coaches, to the star, to the secretary.
And that's why it's so difficult for teams to stay at the top.
So how do you specifically handle that?
I think, with everybody involved, if they are aware of the problems, it's a little easier to overcome. But that doesn't eliminate them. So you deal with each one of them, and then, again, you've got to be demanding that doesn't get in the way of what your goal is. And your goal is to be better than you were the year before. And all I ask, I said, guys, all I ask from you is all you have. You give me everything you got, I'll never ask for more.
I think I played the wrong clip, but that's all right.
The disease of me.
The disease of me clip. Well, Colin Cowherd also said that he thought that Tony Romo's relationship with CBS was busted before the arrest.
They had to have a come to Jesus with him because he was playing a little bit more golf and not showing up on Fridays for the team meetings and and he had been living off of his playbook knowledge for a couple years. And it had gotten a little south, but I thought last year he'd kind of rectified that.
Yeah. So apparently, what also happened was following his first stint when he started in 2017, he did well. And ESPN was like, hey, we want you, Tony. And that gave him some leverage with CBS, and they paid him big time. And it's a lot of money they're giving this dude. 10 years, $180 million contract he signed.
How do you, man?
And then they said, even if you have leverage, it's going to create resentment somewhere. And he says, I've always thought with the CBS execs, they don't defend him quite as quickly. Or when this recent story came out, for the first 2 days, nobody from CBS contacted him. That's what I heard from somebody who would know, and I thought, is there a resentment upstairs? Because he had them. He had them dead to rights, and he got every penny he wanted. Now, remember, the intervention that they had, it was 2 years ago. They sat down with Tony Romo and said, hey, man, because there was a lot of people starting to criticize Tony.
You're not ready.
They're like, dude, your prep is not what it once was. And
last year,
I don't know how he handled it. I don't know what.
I think he took it to heart. And last year, I think the returns were, he's back in it.
Yeah, but now, when you've already had a meeting like that, now you find yourself, okay, now we might have an out. And
I'd like to see the wording in the contract.
That's all. It's all going to come down to that. But also, the fact that they've already promoted J.J. Watt to the big seat, and J.J. Watt two things. J.J. Watt is a bigger star than Tony Romo.
Always was. He's Captain America, man.
And J.J. Watt is more relevant to a younger audience. Like there's, I mean, we're now at a point where there are kids who don't know who Tony Romo is. Like, it's been that long.
Yeah, but you know,
probably not kids in Texas.
But even there's people who don't know who Troy Aikman is. I mean, he's just a
I
TV
agree.
guy. So
but
that's okay.
Troy Aikman's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
like
but I'm saying it's okay if you're a former player as long as you're really good at your current gig. It's okay. I don't know that you played. You're good at this. So I think you can get by with that. His problem is the internal hatred. And keep in mind, the people that are paying him now were the ones before this Paramount buyout. So there's some people that are in charge now that weren't in charge. It's like having a new GM now that has nothing to do with sports. He's over in news. He just knows this is a whopping right. You know, that's a lot of money going to one cat. So I think that's the other problem he's running into is the atmosphere at CBS ain't what it was when he signed this deal 4 years ago. So he's faced that, and he's been replaced. I do know this, that the world and sports fans in general do love a second act. So I don't think he's done yet, but he's going to have to pay a price.
But this kind of is his second act. Like,
I mean, you're allowed to make a whopping mistake as long as you didn't
comeback
hurt.
story.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You're allowed a second act. You're allowed to make a mistake. You have to pay your price. You have to be contrite. But if you are, you're still a good dude. You know, you get to come back and apply your trade. What's the dude that kept beating off the comedian that kept pulling it off in front of other comedians?
Yeah, he's got initials.
That guy's back standing up. So you get to have a little bit of a mistake as long as you're contrite and you don't embarrass anybody any further. But I think he's going to have to go through the public shaming, and I think CBS wants him to be shamed.
If they can get out of the contract, they want him to be shamed.
I think. Well, I'd like to see the wording on this contract. I'd like to see that because it better be very clear that you can fire me. Yeah. Very clear. If not, I'm sue you for every penny. You're going to pay me all of it.
Is this Jerry Jones talking about Tony Romo?
Yes. Jerry won.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah, it is Jerry.
I'm playing it.
I've been talking to him. I love him. I love what he's about. I love his character. I love his love of sport. And he's a very, very unique talent. And the real question is, and I don't even have to ask what the answer is, do you think Tony Romo knows how to get up when he gets knocked down? Okay, he had a life of that. And absolutely, that's one of his greatest attributes is that he can handle adversity. And so this is something that he will work through. He is a unique talent. His vision was just mesmerizing when he was a player. But he sees things and can articulate it so instantly. He'd walk out under center out of practice, and the defense would have 12 people out there, and it'd take him about a second to say, Coach, we got 12 guys out here. Get one of them off on the deal. He just sees it, and then it goes. He has that skill. It's made him a great, great portrayal of the story of football games. So obviously I'm a big fan of his family, and let me tell you right now, he's as real as he sounds. He feels every downtime, he feels every uptime.
What the hell does that mean?
That feels every uptime.
I feel my downtime and my uptime.
All right. I mean, listen, Jerry's clearly Team Tony here.
Oh, yeah, that's his finest find.
But
when he looks back in his career, he found Tony Romo.
I'll be honest. I kind of hope that Tony ends up I hope he ends up coming out of this thing.
Like
I want first of all, I don't know if he was drunk. Like
he's drunk.
Okay.
The moment you knew he was drunk, I was like, how'd I do? He's drunk.
Okay.
I mean, the tests are going to show it too. It ain't going to be pretty.
Okay.
I bet he's 1.5.
You think so?
I think so.
But I mean, it's not like he'd been.
That wasn't his first beer, man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's a lifetime of experience with a lot of alcohol in your system. He was drunk.
All right. 210-656-3776. Free Tony, I say. Free Tony.
He'll be fine.
We'll wrap up the third hour of the program on the other side. It's AJ and Rob Show 94.1.
How you feeling today? I hope you woke up out of pain, ready to attack the day. If that's you, carry on. You're doing things right. But if you're like a lot of us, you woke up with something painful that's just keeping you out of your day-to-day. And if that's you, there's a fix out there, and it's not in a bottle of painkillers. It's not in a visit to your general practitioner with a look-see and some stronger painkillers. It's actually getting it fixed, and that's Erosti. Erosti providers are all around San Antonio with one job in mind, and that's getting you out of pain. And they're experts at doing it because that's what they focus on. These are general practitioners. These are chiropractors. These are physical therapists. These are medical professionals that have taken that next step in pain management and applied the Erosti way. The reason they're so successful, well, it's hands-on, man. They're going to find out why you're hurting. They're going to give you a full evaluation and fix the problem. They do that while accepting most insurances and never needing a referral. So you can call them right now. The number is 1-800-404-6050. The website, Erosti.com. I recommend the website because they've got a map on the website with all their local providers. There's one real close, trust me. So don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Call Erosti right now. Let them fix you. When they do, come on by. Thank me later.
You could see Kaysen, the trauma doctor, came in and said he needs to go to Shriners.
To survive a burn injury and to return to life unafraid and full of joy and be who you're supposed to be is what we strive to deliver to our patients. His injury was a big injury, and I think a testament to the care that we provide. He's fully functional. He's riding his dirt bike, doing all of the things that you would want him to do. I can't think of another system that has the impact on pediatric patients that Shriners Children's does.
I wouldn't do anything else.
We're just so thankful that Kaysen is still here because things can change in the blink of an eye.
Go online right now to loveshriners.org.
AJ Hoffman, Rob Thompson. The AJ and Rob Show is on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Is this Muzak?
I don't know. It just says generic.
This is generic. You're on hold,
Muzak.
but don't get mad.
Yeah, Muzak.
We'll be right with you. The current wait time is 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Why'd you go with the generic stuff?
I don't know.
Okay.
Change it up.
Copyright issues.
Okay. All right. This is maybe this is a pretty rough story. Police have released pictures of a suicide note left behind by a former Arizona youth pastor. 49-year-old David Vandermeer committed suicide at the Clark County Detention Center on June 24th.
So he killed himself in jail?
In jail, 2 days after he was charged with his wife's death. His wife was just 28 years old when she plummeted to her death hiking in Angel's Landing in August of 2006.
Oh, I've heard about this story.
She and Vandermeer were visiting the park for their anniversary, and they recently got the suicide note on this thing. Now, unfortunately, a lot of it is redacted, which I don't know. Like, everybody's dead. Let's just see it. Put it out there, baby.
Maybe there's somebody in there that didn't.
The first page is addressed to an individual whose name was redacted, who is clearly not his wife. Let's just put it that way. When I came here on Monday, I thought our life was going to be inconvenienced for a month or two. I've always been very selective with what to share with people about how Bernadette died, solely because I know how bad it looks. I was never afraid of legal action, though, because I didn't kill her. I never thought it would lead to an arrest. The additional allegations I have heard about are largely false, but not entirely. They paint a picture that can't be escaped. They spell conviction.
What were the stories?
He says, I was naive to think just because I didn't kill Bernadette that there would be no problem with charges. This is just calculated risk at this point. Reports of the affidavit contain small amounts of truth, but paint a picture I will probably not be able to overcome. I don't deserve the financial sacrifices to try to fight this. No one deserves to be a part of my past failures in this current mess. None of my family does. I hope to see this last effort of love by removal of the issue. I love you all. And then there's a third page, but it's completely redacted. The story was he was setting his backpack down and she fell, 2,000 feet or whatever it was, fell off a cliff. And they, at first, all the lack of evidence, they said, oh, well, this is case closed. But then it was revealed the couple had recently, like within weeks prior to this, had increased their life insurance policies from $150K to about $550K each. And authorities learned that Vandermeer, who was a pastor in 2006, was having an affair with a teen in his youth group ministry, whom he then married in 2010.
That's what the grains of truth he talked about.
Yes, they eventually divorced in 2014 when he was cheating on her. And she told David, she recalled David telling her the only way they could be tougher is if Bernadette was not alive. The only way they could be together is if she was not alive. The woman was just 14 when she began her relationship with this guy. She ended her relationship with him in 2006, but about 2 or 3 months after the death, they were back together. So after his wife died, he was back with this 14-year-old girl.
He got paid.
Those are the types of things that make you say, yeah, this guy's probably did it.
Oh.
Life insurance is up. They now have communication between these two, saying that the only way we can be together is if she dies.
She's out of the picture.
Yeah.
We can go hiking, and I'm going to have $500,000.
Yeah. He was fired from the church in 2008. It was reported he was providing alcohol to minors. And then he hanged himself at the end. But
it was a very well written, considered.
Yeah,
suicide note.
I do like that. Now we know. We've got the suicide note now. But imagine, he went from 2006 to he went almost 20 years
Something had surfaced that brought this back to the forefront because I saw a news story on it about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
The messages between him and that gal.
So that's what came out? Yeah. I'd seen this because he'd gone on and was living a pretty decent life.
Yeah.
He thought, well, turns out.
And I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those darn kids.
Meddling kids.
Well, you shouldn't have been having sex with that meddling kid.
Well, then why get into youth pastorship? I'm not getting paid much.
It does seem to be why most of them get into it, doesn't it?
Seems like at least it keeps them in there. Might not be why they got there.
Yeah. So,
either that or a cult.
Wife falls 1,200 feet off a cliff. You just upped her life insurance. It's those text messages. That's what'll get you. I don't know. Maybe don't text message the 14-year-old girl. That'd be a good place to stop the sentence. But then maybe don't text message her that.
Maybe just go with the
your
WWJD.
wife needs to be dead.
Just go with the WWJD bracelet.
That's usually
maybe
a better
you should have
philosophy.
started right there.
That feels like a better philosophy. Are you familiar with Linda LaPlante?
Should I be?
She's a best-selling author. Of course you should.
No, I'm not aware of Linda.
Yes, she's a lovely author, crime author. She's not a very good driver. Seems to be one of the problems. She has been multiple times stopped while going between 20 and 50 miles an hour over the speed limit. And she is now arguing that if they take away her driver's license, it's going to end her riding career. Well, first of all, she's 83 years old.
Time to take the license.
But they say she needs her car to meet criminals and sources for research into her works.
She's Murder, She Wrote.
She says also a ban on her license would stop her driving to take her guard dog, Theo, for a walk in the Roehampton playing fields, an emotional strain which would lead her to stop riding altogether. She said, I would just stop. I don't know if this judge is like a fan of hers or what.
I think so.
This doesn't feel like good enough reasoning to get out of your license being suspended.
Well, she drives in England and in New York.
Yes.
That's a problem.
And she says she had to drive really fast because her dog died.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like we just cleared that stall at 90 eastbound approaching Nogalitos. Still have this stall at I-10 westbound at Trainer Hale. It's off to the right shoulder. 35 southbound at Engle, New Braunfels area. Disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. It's still causing delays from Solms Road. 1604 northbound slowing down Calabria to Hausman, and 90 eastbound 211 to 410 also noticing a delay. 35 northbound South Cross to Highway 90. That's also filling in and slowing down. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, day 2 from Cowboys training camp, Cowboys in pads.
We expect to talk with defensive tackle Kenny Clark after practice on Tuesday.
We'll see what he thinks about that defensive performance so far.
We'll also talk some Cowboys with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk.
The Blitz, live from Cowboys training camp, starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran-owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
This report is sponsored by Positive Coaching Alliance.
Got issues with youth or high school sports? Positive Coaching Alliance can help. PCA, a national nonprofit, offers more than 1,000 free online resources for youth and high school sports coaches, parents, students, and administrators. Visit PCADevZone.org.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com. If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at ChristusHealth.org.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, reports out of Oxnard, California, the Cowboys defense ruled the day of the first day of pads. Rookie safety Caleb Downs led what appears to be a pretty attacking defense. He spoke with the Athletics' John Machota about that his expectations were to be dominant. Remember, the blitz is going to be there all week long. Finally, the Rangers lost to the San Francisco Giants 5-1. That's 6 straight losses if you're keeping count, but now 2.5 behind the Astros. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, this is the AJ and Rob Show with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Hard Knocks starts tonight.
All we want to know about the Seahawks. Everything we could possibly need to know.
I want to know Sam Darnold's hat size.
That's a number bigger than you could comprehend, my friend.
I may find out.
There's a variable and a couple of parentheses involved with that calculation.
We may find out.
Has its own gravitational pull, that head.
All right. We have him on? All right, let's go to the Buyers Barricades guest line. I don't know if we have
Is he a guest?
I don't know. The great Joe Reinagel.
Good morning.
Star of the Blitz joins us on the program. Good morning, Joe Reinagel.
You know, I'm happy to be a Buyers Barricade guest.
Well, good.
It's awesome, yeah.
Did we catch you in your morning constitutional? Have you already put in a couple miles?
Yeah, I've already jogged around, a couple, 2 or 3 miles, and doing great, yeah.
Well, how was day one out in Oxnard, as the locals seem to call it now?
Well, that's what Jerry calls it for sure, right?
Yeah, Oxnard.
It was good. First day in pads, and it kind of surprising, to be honest with you, because the defense really kind of kicked the offense's butt yesterday, which is kind of surprising in a lot of ways. But the defense showed up, and made that offensive line look pretty silly, to be honest with you.
Yeah, last year, Joe, it was Camp Cupcake. Remember, everybody was good feelings, and they were just trying to, get everybody used to Shoddy and everybody kind of carry in. What was the feel yesterday in pads? Was the defense kind of fired up, wanting to show off?
They were. And, it's funny, Rob, because, Jason and I were talking about this yesterday. The vibe around here is so much different than it has been over the last couple of years. A really upbeat, optimistic kind of vibe. I think they really believe that they've got something special here, and obviously you could say that every year. Cowboy fans are that way, but it's really different this year. It's hard to explain. It is different. I think they feel like the defense has been fixed for the most part. There are still a couple of holes I guess they could fill, but. And we all know what the offense is capable of, and they believe they've got a winner around here.
I mean, obviously, it's one day of practice in pads, so it's hard to take anything away. And
Sure.
I don't know what you can really tell from practicing against your own guys, but the one thing I know they are still missing is an elite level pass rusher. And that seems like something you're not just going to find in camp. And I know there's high hopes for some of these guys, Overshown particularly, and as a Raku. Like, do you really think there's a guy on this team that is going to be able to disrupt things the way that Michael was back when this defense was average?
No, I don't. But I don't think they're done. I mean, you just keep hearing. There's a lot of smoke out here, and you guys know this. All last week, Jerry talking about he'd mortgage the future and do all that kind of stuff. But I honestly believe, and I'm not necessarily thinking it could be a big fish like Max Crosby, but I don't think they're done adding. I think they're still looking, and if a deal is to be done, I think they'll get it done. Obviously, the big rumor out here is Von Miller, and you guys know he's old. He's not coming to training camp. If he joins the Cowboys, it'll be when they get back to the Star in a couple of weeks. But I think they're going to add somebody. I really do. There's so much smoke out here, rumor wise, that they're going to add somebody. So I think they will try and fix that. If it is an old guy like a Von Miller, who had a pretty good year last year, by the way. So I think he's got a little gas left in the tank. But it was really odd, and I will preface it by saying it is day one. There's a long way to go, and you can't get too excited about it. But it's like Overshown and Siobhan Revelle yesterday really look good, and it looks like they're healthy and are kind of fitting in now, if you will. So those guys had a good day yesterday, and I don't know, the defense looked really good, and I guess if there's a concern after day one, for whatever it's worth, that offensive line got beat up. I mean, that defensive line just crushed the offensive line. And I think if there's a problem, that might be it.
Well, could it be, Joe?
Which obviously is a big concern, yeah.
Is it possible that the defense looks so good that there's Jerry looks at the team and said, well, why would I go get somebody? They're destroying this offense that was supposedly pretty good.
I think so, but the problem again, I think, is you don't have that guy that can get to the quarterback. I think they're going to be much better against the run. Yesterday showed some of that. That defensive front may be as good as anybody in the league. I'll be honest with you. They're solid. They're big, and they were shutting down the run pretty good yesterday in pads. And again, I try not to get too excited. Obviously, one day we'll see what happens again today. But I think if Cowboy fans want to have some hope. Stopping the run has been a problem over the last couple of years, and I think maybe that could be fixed. But I think the problem still lies in a guy that can get to the quarterback, and they just don't seem to have that guy.
All right, enough about the football. You guys have any fun out there yet? What have you done? Have you been out? Yeah, you eat some good food. You drink a million Miller Lights. What are you up to?
Well, yeah, we had some good food. Obviously, the usual places you guys know about. Was it Sea Fresh and those kind of places, and we'll hit them all, I guarantee you. But yeah, we've had a few, and nothing crazy yet.
How was the rudder room?
You guys are the crazy guys. I mean, we just follow your lead,
dude. How was the rudder room? Did you close it down?
Well, barflies and radio guys. Pretty much.
Enough said.
You don't go there You don't go there to do anything but drink beer and BS
and wrestle a seal.
That's it. I'm not getting close to those damn things, man. They scare me.
You didn't get in a fight, did you?
No fights.
No.
We just keep you at fights, AJ. If you're not here, man, we have no problem.
Go jack with the Dallas guys. 105.3 guys. Go jack with those guys.
Nah, man. A lot of those Dallas radio guys are big fat guys, and I don't really want to mess with them.
Just unplug something. Little things.
Joe, a lot of us San Antonio radio guys are big fat guys. You know that, right?
Well, I wasn't going to say that out loud, but
okay.
you know who you are.
Yeah.
There's only one of us allowed to ride a camel.
Exactly.
We weight limited out of camel riding.
All right, Joe. Well, hey, keep us updated if anything crazy happens.
Go get a Spud Nuts breakfast sandwich, for God's sake.
And if you get out there, and when are you guys going to Nobu? When's that going to take place?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard yet, and there's rumor that it will be this week. It'll be next week. We may miss it this year.
Yeah. Well, it's bad luck because you didn't bring us.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks,
Yeah, I heard
that.
I heard you were pushing really hard to not let Rob and I come on this trip.
Yeah. Well, that was it. Yeah, I didn't want you guys here for obvious reasons, AJ. I mean,
Well, mostly because Rob wakes up and takes the hair dryer from you. I know that's a big concern.
We both travel with our own. We're not children.
That's it. Takes the hair dryer and breaks his toe, and Rob always. There's always a story with Rob.
Yeah. Well, Joe, hey, we appreciate you waking up and chatting with us, man. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later on, man. Enjoy the weather out there.
Go back to sleep.
I appreciate you. Appreciate you guys.
That's Joe Reinagel. He and all our guests appear via the Buyers Barricades guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com.
They've got Ventura County Fair going on. They got all kinds of stuff.
Bush is playing the Ventura County Fair.
What? All right.
Yeah. Glycerine. Machine Head.
Who did we try to see?
I forgot who it was even.
It was somebody's kid.
I don't remember.
We didn't get in.
So it was too big of a show for us, Rob. It was too big. I think we could have gotten in. We just got there a little bit late because we were eating sushi, which I'll take the sushi. I think it worked out best for us. All right, 210-656-3776. It's the AJ and Rob Show, 94.1.
Be a part of the show. 210-656-3776. This is the AJ and Rob Show. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your midday commute on I-10 westbound Hildebrand, that stall now off to the right shoulder. Loop 410 westbound Broadway, broken down vehicle off the main lanes and off to the shoulder. 35 northbound Fisher to Schwab Road, far northeast side. Traffic rolling stop and go. It's about a 10-12 minute ride. And 1604 westbound O'Connor to Stone Oak Parkway, that's rolling slowly. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about this midday, give us a call on the traffic tip line. We'll go and check it out. 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Let's be honest. Watching the Rangers is better when you got something on the line. On Rangers game days, call your shot with the Morning Huddles. Rangers Double Dinger Payday. Play ball! Pick the Ranger you think will send one into the seats. He hits one, you're going to a Rangers game. He hits two. Now you've just been upgraded. Tickets and a hotel stay. That's what we call getting paid. Wake up with the Morning Huddle. Make your pick and win with the Morning Huddle's Rangers Double Dinger Payday. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Texas Rangers.
The granddaddy of all hunting shows is back, and we're celebrating our 50th year of the Hunters Extravaganza. Join us in San Antonio August 7th through 9th. Come see Gator Country, Heart of Texas snake handlers, enter the deer competition, and compete in the annual indoor 3D archery tournament. Discover the latest hunting gear and apparel, book hunts, and find everything you need for the hunt. The Hunters Extravaganza, brought to you by the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. Get tickets at ttha.com.
Drip Drop is doctor-developed, proven fast hydration that helps your body and mind work better. Trusted by firefighters, medical professionals, and over 90% of top college and pro sports teams. Drip Drop is engineered to hydrate faster and more effectively than water alone, with 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks. Stock up now at dripdrop.com and use promo code RADIO20 for 20% off your first order. That's dripdrop.com, promo code RADIO20.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice: talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Bottles are filling and payroll's next. Whoa, what the? I'm you with more gusto. What's with the leather jacket? It's kind of my new vibe. Which, by the way, switch to Gusto for payroll. Switch? Oh, that's always such a headache. With Gusto, it's effortless. Kind of like looking cool in this jacket. Payroll, benefits, even 401k. Simple. Can I try it on? Gusto? Sure. The jacket? No. Switch to effortless payroll. Choose a future with Gusto.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is the AJ and Rob Show on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Axeman and Bobcat on a Tuesday. Taking your bitch asses into the middle of the week.
Edwin, this your favorite song?
Yeah, wake up to it every day. 3 a.m. when the alarm goes off.
What's his band, Edwin?
Machine Head.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
He took Bush's song and made it into the band. Yeah, well played. Well played. Do you have, like, when you get in an Uber, let's say the Uber guy comes to pick you up, is there a certain seat that you think you're expected to sit in if you're alone?
If you're alone, sitting back. And,
okay.
And ideally sitting back so you can see his eyes and he can see yours.
So back passenger side.
Back passenger so you can look at each other. That's where the limo driver would put you. But for me, I always end up riding in the front seat next to him because normally I'm not alone and I can't fit in the back seat. So I always have to ask permission. Hey, can I sit next to you?
Okay. Let's just say, for instance, you, instead of getting in the back passenger seat, you got in the back seat behind the driver. Like, let's say that's the side of the road you were on or whatever, and that's just where you got in. And he asked you to move to the back passenger seat.
I'd probably move.
But would you think that was weird?
No, because I wouldn't. If I was the driver, I wouldn't want some dude sitting directly. He might garrote me. No, I don't want you directly behind me.
Well, a guy said that he sat behind the driver, and the driver said, "Passenger sit in the back right. It's cleaner for me.
Okay.
Like I don't want to have to clean your seat. I'm already gonna have to clean this seat."
Well, he gets a low rating, but okay.
And then he said, "Turn your music down."
He told the driver.
He told the passenger to turn his music down. He was listening to an AirPod.
All right. So you're down to 2 stars. Next.
And then when the guy got out, he said, "If you don't rate me 5 stars, I'll report you. I do it all the time."
Go ahead.
So they got to the place, and this guy said he rated him 1 star, wrote down, refused ride unless I sat in the back right, demanded extra cash for a bag, threatened my account. Uber called me 20 minutes later and said, "We've refunded you, deactivated the driver." He had 12 complaints this week, and then he texted her and said, "Why 1 star?" Like, yeah,
There's a reason
because
why you're an
you're
Uber.
a terrible Uber driver.
On the other side of that, though, one bad rating will screw you. You have to be very careful as far as how you handle your Uber driver, because one bad rating the next day, you're trying to get out of a busy event and nobody will pick you up.
What's your current rating?
Try to
these
hover
days?
around 4.9. I'm an over tipper. I want to make sure that when they make their decision, it's coming to me.
I'm a 4.85.
See where I am.
4.9 is pretty good.
See where I am here.
I figured you would be more of a pain in the ass than I am.
No, in fact, the one time that it was a negative rating, it happened out in L.A. and it wasn't because of me, but I'm the one that ordered it, so I got the negative. It took me a year to live that down.
I always I don't like to talk to the Uber drivers. I'm a big I'm a quiet ride kind of guy. You're a talker.
Maybe it depends on the.
Well, that's why I'm surprised that you get a
sometimes.
4.9. Like I would expect most people, but maybe there's some people who think that I'm being rude because I'm not a talker.
Sometimes, most of the time, at least the last several times I've been a frequent Uber driver or taker, most of my drivers couldn't have conversed with me in English anyway.
Okay,
you know what I mean? They couldn't have said anything other than "good, get out."
Yeah, you got to be very protective of your rating, but also I would think if you're a driver, you might want to be a little more protective of your rating too. And threatening people to get your stars seems like maybe also not the way to do it.
But I know the value. Let's see what I'm trying to find my rating. Where do I find it?
You just hit your
4.92.
Whoa, that's very strong.
Yeah, I try to maintain.
That is very, very strong.
So that when we're both walking out of the show and I order, they come to me first, knowing that this dude's a tipper. He's going to sit in the passenger seat behind. He'll probably not touch any of my water or anything, and will be pleasant to converse with.
But guess what? On Lyft, 5.0.
Yeah, Lyft's for sucks, though.
5 out of 5. Perfect record.
You know what? I get into Wayfarers, and I just scream like I'm just crazy. Just lose
One of those the Waymos, you mean?
Yeah. I just lose it. No one cares.
Well, that's not. I mean, most of the Waymos around here seem to have a driver for some reason.
Well, those guys, they don't count.
Do you is it possible to get in the driver's seat of a Waymo? Like if it were to pick you up?
I'm pretty sure no. I'm pretty sure that it's only going to unlock one door. That seems like something that a programmer would have thought of.
Okay.
We're not going to let you sit in the front seat where the brake pedal is.
Well, I mean, what about you though? You can't sit in the back seat.
Maybe the passenger side. No, I think if there's nobody in the back seat, I guess it could take 3. I don't know. I've never tried.
I've never tried it either.
Never tried. I've ridden 3. I've ridden in the front seat in Vegas, but it wasn't a Waymo. It was I don't know.
It was
what
some different thing.
But it was a driverless.
Yeah,
and I've sat in the front seat there.
I've never done that. I'm big on drivers.
I had a driver in San Francisco that damn near killed me. So at least it wouldn't do that. It wouldn't stop in the middle of the highway trying to figure out which exit to take. I've never had that happen before.
I can see that being a problem. I had one more thing I wanted to get into today before we get to the Hollywood stuff and the daily lines. These are phrases. You got a couple of Gen Z kids. I've got a couple of Gen Z kids, and these are the phrases that they hear from their parents. And I want to hear how many of these you've told to your kids.
Probably all of them.
That they roll their eyes at. Number 1, that's just how it's always been.
I'm not that guy.
Okay. Was your dad that guy?
No, I mean, the always been thing's kind of been counter to the way I was raised. Just because it was done that way doesn't mean you got to do it that way.
What about just deal with it?
Now, that's a very common thing.
Okay.
I don't know why you're bitching at me. Go deal with it.
Okay. And of course, Gen Z says, with mental health things and stuff like that, like it's just saying just deal with it isn't the right way to do things.
That's how the Gen Xers were raised. Just deal with it. I'm busy.
Did you tell your kids if you go to college you'll get a job?
No.
Okay.
No, but it was expected.
Okay.
There was just the way they were raised. They were going to college.
Okay. What if one of them had wanted to join the military?
Been fine.
Okay.
Been fine. No,
but
it took me 9 years to graduate from college.
Yeah.
I understand the challenge.
You basically just meant you weren't going to sit around.
No, just be productive. It's not run your race, but make sure you're running it.
All right. It's all because of social media. Do you blame everything on social media?
Luckily, my kids aged out. I didn't have to deal with it. Literally, I made it by like 2 years.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My youngest at about 2018, he didn't get raised in it. He was a part of it by the time he got older. So I just aged out underneath it. That was never really an issue.
You need to be more realistic.
Never said that because you don't say that to a kid. Don't give them fences.
Okay. Well, man, you're a good parent apparently. I don't like listening to new music.
Well, they know that because there hadn't been anything good released since '93.
Yeah, so. I think everybody's got like a line that they take. Yep, this is when music stopped for me. I don't listen to anything new. Everyone's so sensitive nowadays.
No, I've never been that guy, but I do think that it's true. I do, and so I think I probably have said it.
What about things were different back in my day?
I say that a lot because they were.
Okay. Well, yeah, and that's true. So a lot of these are true. Like everyone's so sensitive nowadays. You don't like listening to today's music. Those are all true things. But
I'll tell you, if you didn't speak that way with your kids, if there wasn't a difference, if they weren't looking at things in a different way, I don't think you did a very good job.
Yeah, probably right. Yeah, I like what you said about that's just how it's always been. Like you're like, yeah, well, that's not how it always has to be.
Yeah, that's kind of the way we were raised. Break it.
It's a good call. All right, 210-656-3776. We've got about a half hour left in the program. If you'd like to be a part of it, give us a buzz. We will see what's going on in the world of Hollywood on the other side. It is the AJ and Rob Show on 94.1.
The AJ and Rob Show. It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, day 2 from Cowboys training camp, Cowboys in pads.
We expect to talk with defensive tackle Kenny Clark after practice on Tuesday.
We'll see what he thinks about that defensive performance so far.
We'll also talk some Cowboys with Shireen Williams from Pro Football Talk.
The Blitz, live from Cowboys training camp, starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Chris's Health is here, right where you live. with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health. Your health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Football season is here. 2026 UTSA Roadrunners football season tickets are on sale now, starting at just $110. Secure your seats for all 6 home games at the Alamo Dome, including Navy, Colorado State, and North Texas. Got a big group? Bring your school, business, church, or organization and enjoy exclusive experiences like on-field access, the High Five Tunnel, video board recognition, and more. Learn more at GoUTSA.com. That's GoUTSA.com.
I'm David Ortiz. When I lost my mom, she was only 46, and I lost my dad to cancer. It was the worst pain I ever felt. It made me think, what will happen with the people I love when my time is up? That's why I have life insurance. Ethos makes it easy. It's all online, take about 10 minutes, and you can get up to $3 million in coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid testimonial. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Kenny here to tell you about the Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. It's a fruity candy flavor explosion. A zero sugar treat that's Sweet Tooth approved. These can take care of my candy cravings and provides a tasty caffeine kick without all the sugar. Get candy-flavored chaos with Fruity Rainbow 5-Hour Energy Shots. Available online at 5hourenergy.com or Amazon.
When you tell someone what team you cheer for, do they apologize? Does your first childhood memory involve crying on a Jumbotron? Then you may be a fan of a BST or bad sports team. Luckily, when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Progressive, you're protected from things like fire damage caused by violently unplugging the TV. Or an accidental overhand left to the drywall. Visit Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Covered subject to policy terms. Not available in all states or situations.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
And in the awards I'd rather not win department, Houston Texans defensive back Jalen Petrie was named the first ever NFL Guardian athlete by Guardian Sports. They're the outfit that offers the league-mandated Guardian caps. They partnered with Petrie in order to help in the advancement around football, the use of the larger Guardian Sports cap. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
AJ Hoffman.
All right, 9:31 on the AJ and Rob show. Did you see what Clay Travis tweeted out yesterday, Rob?
I'm sure it was outlandish, thought-provoking, and deeply sensitive.
Important announcement. I'm upping my offer. $10 million for a head-to-head basketball game between the defending WNBA champion Las Vegas Aces and a boys' high school state title team of my choice. If the Aces beat my team, I will give them $10 million. If the boys win, I will give them $10 million to distribute as they see fit to their team members. Game on pay-per-view, all profits donated to Tunnel to Towers to provide mortgage-free homes to families of deceased soldiers, police, and first responders. This would be the most money ever paid to win a single basketball game, a modern-day battle of the sexes. $10 million to the winning team.
I think he's probably right, but I'd pay to see it. I would. I'd pay to see it.
Says high school boys teams across the country are reaching out wanting to play the Aces, but the Aces are silent. Tells you everything. They know they would get smoked, but men should definitely be allowed to play in their league per coaches. Such a joke.
First of all, contractually, I don't think they ever could, but we're getting to the point where it might get close. We're not there yet.
Well, I for one, Clay Travis is he's usually a dope. He usually says things just to charge people up. I do think he's right about this.
I think so too, but for a lot of reasons.
Just remember, keep in mind, LeBron James was a high school player the year before he came to the NBA. these guys, it would be a team of like AJ DeBanza and Darren Peterson. Like that's.
I mean, it's not a fair comparison.
It's not.
It's and to do so is certainly to stir the coals. But I will say we're not there yet. But with every passing year, the skill sets are improving, and we're getting closer. The physicality is never going to be the same. I'm just talking about the basketball intelligence and high-end basketball from women who haven't quite frankly had a lot of access to that over the generations. And now these kids are getting better, but it'd still be a 30-point win.
Yeah.
They'd run right by them.
Osceola County, Florida, a social media influencer known as Clavicular.
Oh, back in the news. Love this guy.
Will not face charges after being arrested earlier this year. Back in February, Braden Peters, 20-year-old Braden Peters, was arrested in connection with an incident at an Airbnb that he was renting. The victim was battered by 24-year-old Violet Lintz in a physical altercation. So basically, what they said was what the detectives determined was that Braden Peters had these two girls fight at an Airbnb, and he streamed it on social media to
fights
to get some money. Following investigation, a warrant was issued for Peters' arrest on charges including misdemeanor battery and criminal conspiracy to commit battery. He was ultimately taken into custody, but late last month on the 31st, no charges had been filed. So they were unable to prove the accusations beyond a reasonable doubt. So Clavicular is safe for now.
At least for now.
Very safe for now. He's doing the right things.
I give this guy about a year.
He's just out there. He's just trying to do the right things, not get in trouble.
I give him a year. He's in prison or dead.
Kind of seems like
he's going to inject himself with
that's
something.
That's what I'm thinking.
Should.
He's going to put something in his body that's going to be like, no, dude, this doesn't happen. Jelly Roll.
Is he skinny still? That's all that matters.
He is skinny still, but he was out on tour, and now he has said, "This is my last show for a while." Jelly Roll, I need time to heal.
Jelly Roll out.
Old Jelly needs time to heal. It says he's taking a hiatus from performing for a year or two. He said, "This has truly been a lifetime experience for me. In a couple nights, I go to Colorado Springs, do my last show for a year or two. I'm fixing to take some time off and heal. Thank you for the opportunity." And Jelly's last scheduled performance was July 30th at Wiedner Field in Colorado Springs, and apparently will now take a year or two off from touring.
Good.
Because his heart's been broken by Bunny.
Well, I think that publicity stunt's run its course.
He need a mental health break.
He'll take some time off and come back with something new.
Meanwhile, Bunny's out doing hood rat stuff, like hooking up with dudes, and I think that might be what's really affecting Jelly.
Jelly, you only get so much time on this earth, and you only get so much time to be famous. That old 15-minute clock, that does matter. It is real.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go away. I'm just telling you, Jelly, you might not want to leave the scene because they might not open that door when you want to come back. You seem like kind of a flash in the pan, kind of a short-term kind of a dude.
Wow.
I'm just saying capitalize while you can. The iron is hot. Strike. Don't go away. We might forget about you.
Well, Ariana Grande taking the same risk.
And he's almost as skinny as she is. Now, she needs to eat a sandwich.
Yeah.
So somebody needs to take care of her.
During her performance in Chicago last night, she spoke for 4 minutes to address her decision to step back. She said the announcement that it was not an impulsive thing. It's something I decided to plan quietly a long time ago. She said it's not true that negativity is ruining things for her. She said no matter what noise exists out there, nothing will be able to distort my reality or be more real to me or not as real to me as this love that we share. She said that her Eternal Sunshine tour was one of the most healing, beautiful, correct, and social and special experiences of her life.
But
she said that felt good. I wish that words were enough to articulate how much I love you, but
gotta go.
She's still going to be out. She's not going to be around for a while.
I mean, I'm no doctor, but it seems to me I see an eating disorder there. She just might be skinny.
Well, I mean, I also think and she's saying I want to take a step back from visibility, which means like
people are talking about how skinny you are all the time.
Maybe so. That's what it says. It says the announcements come as Grande's physical appearance and overall health have become a topic of public discussion.
She don't look good.
She is a slender gal.
Slender is being nice. I mean, we're talking about rib cage bones,
now
shoulder blades.
She is going to, whether or not this is already decided. She's going to be visible in November when Meet the Parents' latest, the Focker-in-Law movie comes out.
Awesome. All right.
She is in that movie, and that's going to come out November 25th. She's starring with Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro, so she's going to be, people are going to see her. But yeah, I guess maybe she is tired of people talking about how skinny she is, Rob.
Legitimately.
Her and Jelly.
She doesn't look good. I mean, you look sick.
Yeah. She doesn't, it doesn't look super healthy. And it's weird. She says, I can't wait to get back on stage after I'm done with this. All right. Well, you don't have to leave. You're kind of choosing to leave here, it sounds like to me.
Now we're getting into the Gen X, Gen Z attitudes on things. It just doesn't, what are you talking about? You're talking in circles here.
Yeah. Do you want to be here or not?
Do it or not? You can't
Ariana, listen, we're all right. If you want to play some songs, you play some songs, honey.
If you're in a hurry to get back, you don't got to leave.
You don't got to go. Yeah. If you can't wait. Finally, Phil Collins.
Loves us some Alamo stuff.
He does love the Alamo. Man, I read that book. He does not like what they found in that book.
Oh, really?
No, they found out a bunch of his are
not quite as valuable as they thought.
Not quite as real as he thought.
Dang it, we made some stuff up.
Yeah, looks that way. That way. But Phil Collins has said that he's been talking about the illness that he's had. And he's had type 2 diabetes. He's had a spine injury back in the mid-aughts, I guess.
I didn't know.
But in January, he mentioned he was under 24-hour care and also said that he can no longer hold his drumsticks properly without feeling pain, even taping his sticks to his hands to get through some gigs. He's experienced kidney issues and underwent 5 operations on his knee. Are we sure this isn't Vic Brown?
Something in the water.
But in a new interview, Phil Collins has detailed just how bad it was on his kidneys. He said, my kidneys were packing up, my organs were seizing, and he was admitted to the hospital late 2023. He said people were coming to say goodbye. I don't remember them coming. I didn't have any idea this was going on. They were all worried they wouldn't see me again. It could have all gone so terribly wrong. Spent months in the hospital. He said there were some decisions to be made. Do we keep Phil on life support kind of thing? I was lucky to have come out of that. Needless to say, I haven't had a drink since. But apparently he says that he was drinking pretty hard back in those days. Old Phil was. So that's what did all the damage to his kidney. But
he didn't strike me as a partier.
He did not.
No.
But he is on November 14th set to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as a solo artist. Previously inducted as a member of Genesis, so he'll be in for the second time. Phil in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But that's the thought that he said the thought of dying without even realizing, basically he's like, I could see myself dying, but then I didn't remember it the next day. He's like, it was just a terrible experience.
You're talking about me. I'm awake. Don't unplug it.
Yeah.
Feeling better.
Yeah. So maybe I'm going to quit drinking too, Rob. It might be
think
time.
You should set a date.
I think it's time.
Put a pin in it. Sometime in the 40s.
Yep. All right. Yeah. That's the 2040s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Give yourself another 25, 30 years.
That seems,
to kind of get it down.
Seems about right. All right. We've got one segment remaining. One segment left in the whole darn show. It is the Daily Lines. We'll do that next. It's the AJ and Rob Show on 94.1.
San Antonio, I got some bad news for you. You got a drinking problem. No, it's not the one you're thinking about. It's the water coming out of your spigot. If the water coming out of your sink, the water that's washing you down, the water that's taking care of you, sometimes it's bringing stuff into your house you quite frankly don't want. That water, it makes some fine sweet tea, good beer, but I'll tell you, you don't want that sediment. It hangs around in your pipes. It gets on your clothes. It takes care of things that you don't want to have to take care of. I wouldn't know all that. I've always had a Connecticut water softener. For as long as I can remember, a Connecticut has been part of the home. The home I grew up in and the homes I've bought, I always made sure I had a Connecticut because I knew what I liked. And I liked the fact that I don't have to worry about my pipes ever clogging up. I know the flavor of the water. And as I moved into a home with a well, it became even more important. And, when I tell people about my Connecticut, the first thing they always say is, yeah, that's nice. I can't afford such luxury items. And I tell them this is not a luxury item. It's a necessity. And it's not expensive. It is as price effective as anything out on the market. And it's something that once you got, you don't need to worry about again. And right now, if it's time for you to buy a Connecticut, this might help you. They've got a gift for you. If you go ahead and get one, they're going to add a reverse osmosis drinking station just for becoming a Connecticut partner. I'll tell you, I've had the reverse osmosis, the K5 as we call it, for years. I had to pay for it. I can tell you this, you'll never have to buy another water bottle, and that's just part of getting a Connecticut. Look, if it's time to get the very best, you're building a new home, you're moving into another one, or you just want to protect what you've got, call Connecticut today at 656-PURE. They're going to answer and take care of you. You need all the details for what I just told you? Go to ConnecticutSA.com. It's time for you to get the very best. Get the Connecticut you deserve, and come on by and thank me later.
Age 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids, let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This
I finally got around to watching the Jackass movie.
Oh.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's not as good as some of the classic stuff.
They're getting old, man. They're going to kill themselves. They'll break a hip.
They are old. I love Jackass 2 is my favorite. I remember literally pissing my pants in the theater. Like had a little squirt accident because I was laughing so hard.
The number of idiots that movie spawned. And I mean that in the best possible sense. The number of idiotic actions that have happened over the last 25 years, and more than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because of Jackass 1 and 2. We've lost a few good soldiers along the way, but we've also created a couple of generals.
Yes.
Some general idiots that have come through. So, yeah, good time.
Yeah, they those dudes, they certainly played a role, man. They played a role in our culture, and it was like, it's crazy that it's been Like, as long as it has been.
I was back, it was probably 2013. I was driving a boat, and Steve-O came and jumped off one of the bridges into the river right in front of me.
Oh, really?
Jumped off a bridge into the San Antonio River, scrambled out of the water, jumped up, and a van took off.
That's pretty funny.
Pretty crazy.
I mean,
right
it's cool to be a part of that.
It was, no, I didn't know it was coming. Guerrilla action. I got out with a camera. He jumped the bridge, got out of the water, and was gone.
Man, probably got the scabies from that.
Oh, God.
I was watching the one the other day where they put a giant fish hook through his cheek and threw him out in the water with the sharks. The shark almost ate his ass. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to need a lot of beer, though.
I know we haven't talked much basketball. Free agency is still kind of going.
It is, but who's left, man?
All right, well, obviously the Spurs, there's not many of these names that are going to be that they would be in on, but I'm going to give you some names, and you tell me if you think there's
one dude that's still a free agent that I want. One.
James Harden.
No.
Okay.
But I mean, he is. People don't think that he is, but the expectation he goes back to Cleveland. But he's available.
And the expectation is he's going to come under. So if he has to come under $35.5 million for them to not hit the second apron. And I think they're like, hey man, we'd love to have you back, but we ain't paying X for it.
Well, they're going to threaten him. You either do that or you're going to be with Westbrook playing for Thalakkis and Greece or whatever he's going to.
Russell Westbrook's still available, and it says doesn't appear to be much of a market for him. He might end up being a break glass in case of emergency signing at some point.
It's sad. That's how it ends, but this is how it ends.
He can still put up numbers, but he's not a good defender, and he can't shoot. The Wizards were interested at some point, but nothing materialized. Maybe a return to the Kings.
Can you imagine being a GM and crossing off your list, and then you get down to the bottom, and it's Russell Westbrook? And it's not like he's a bad guy, and it's not like he's committed crimes. He's just Russell Westbrook at about 20%.
DeMar DeRozan.
Now, that's one of the guys that I do think is not just a break glass in case of emergency. I think that the good teams are waiting to see this market fall down to nothing, and they're going to get a good player. Like Detroit's going to end up getting a good player.
He's 37 years old.
He's got the clock is ticking, but the guy can still score. He can still shoot. He can still handle the ball. Somebody going to get a good player that's going to help them.
Yeah, Raptors and Pistons apparently still interested. It says he can still score, pass, and get to the free throw line. You aren't getting much more than that, but how much more do you need from a veteran on a bargain?
I'll tell you, he's one of those guys that makes a good team great.
Bradley Beal, 33 years old. It's funny, Harden, Westbrook, DeRozan are all 37. Bradley Beal's 4 years younger than them.
He feels as old.
He does. Now, if you can get Bradley Beal on the cheap as like a rotation guy, might be like I think Bradley Beal's biggest issue isn't that he's not good at basketball. It's that he was paid like he was phenomenal at basketball.
He's got that wizard stink on him that feels a little bit of John Wall, a little bit of Gilbert Arenas in there. And you're like, I'm not sure what I'm getting if I get somebody that has some wizard stink on
him. Bruce Brown.
Nice big guy. Complimental wing. Just not a lot of money for him.
30 years old. Says not much of a shooter, but still a good contributor. Jonathan Kuminga. What
happened to Jonathan
Listen to this.
Kuminga?
There doesn't appear to be much of a market for him around the NBA. 24 years old. He may need to take a minimum deal and try to prove he belongs in a rotation.
Everything that's wrong with him is up above the neck. Wow. And I don't think you can fix that with a minor role.
And Ochai Agbaji.
Yeah, what happened to him, too?
26 years old. It says teams like Golden State, Miami, Detroit, and anybody else trying to put itself in contender status should take a flyer on him.
You still haven't mentioned the dude.
He's only had one good three-point shooting year in his 4 seasons, but he can play in a rotation. Jeff Green, 40 years old.
I was about to say, how old is Jeff Green?
40 years old. What a career he's had, man.
He's perfect for the Spurs.
It said he's still a great veteran, and he'll dunk on somebody at some point this season.
Hey, you talk about he is the definition of the Spurs used to go get.
Yeah. Nick Richards says you can do a lot worse for a backup big man.
He can run and jump. I can give you that.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
As long as it gets brother-in-law deal.
We assume he'll end up in Miami. And then there's some restricted guys. Benedict Mathurin still restricted.
He's a brisket. I don't think he's done yet. I'd talk to him.
And are you going to call the bluff and on some other teams sign a qualifying offer? Peyton Watson.
Another guy?
And Jalen Duren.
There he is. That is the one guy that's floating around out there that can make
like a difference
genuine
maker.
difference. Yeah, but the money's dried up, so he's in a rock and a hard place right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think James Harden could make a difference for somebody too. I think Cleveland's not really a place he'll make a difference. And when I say make a difference, I think he could go on to a bad team and put up a bunch of numbers.
Yeah, as he's aged, he has become less than James Harden, but he's still James Harden.
He's still James Harden. He's never. I'm still right in this prediction. James Harden will never be a champion, at least not as the best player on his team.
Well, not even one that contributes minutes. He might be on the end of a bench.
Yeah.
But
all right, let's wrap up the show with the daily lines.
It's AJ and Rob's Look at the Daily Lines with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's
Who's our double donger, Edwin?
Jock Peterson is the guest.
Jock Peterson. Well, good luck to you on that one. In Major League Baseball today, Tarek Skubal making his debut for the Dodgers against the Cubs. You know you're paying a premium price.
Oh, man, if I had it, I'd like to sit in Wrigley today. That'd be a lot of fun.
Skubal minus 220 on the road against the Cubs. The Giants are at the Rangers. Mackenzie Gore minus 195 favorites hosting the Giants. And the Stros minus 130 favorites. Hayden Wisniewski going for the Stros. Trey Savage for the Blue Jays. Jason and Joe will be coming up live. You're looking live, folks, from Oxnard, California. The Blitz will be on at 2 o'clock. We'll be here tomorrow on a hump day doing it all over again. Until then.
Appreciate y'all. See y'all never.
On your ride to work, it's AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.